Get ready for the power of Groove.ai. Become a member of Groove today. We'll groove all the way. Automate your marketing with the power of Groove.ai. Discover the secrets today. Groove.ai is starting now.
All right, everybody, we're live. It's me, Mike Filsame, CEO, co-founder of Groove Digital, Groove.cm, Groove.ai. Today, we're going to be focusing on some updates in Groove.ai, Groove.ai white label, and some news in the AI community and some of the new things that are going to be coming to Groove and what we're working on. I'm going to be showing you a demo of the new apps as well, and when they're going to be live for you. And so let's just jump right in. I'm going to share my screen here. I think this one will do it. I think you probably prefer this one there. All right. Maybe we'll just give you a full screen from here. All right. So I've got some questions from a few members of the community. So before we start there, let me just give you some quick little updates that that you'll want to know here. So we've added here. Yeah. And do me a favor. Inside the live stream, just put your name or just type in hello. You know, I'm seeing it's on Facebook, so it's not GoToWebinar. So I'm seeing your name. James Harkin says he's looking forward to this. Yeah, me too, James. And I think I saw some questions from you. I believe it was you on the Google Doc that the team gave to us. Kevin Strite, got your message, Kevin, in Skype. I responded just before we started going live here. All right, so a couple of things here. Let's for the white label owners, going to start here. A couple of things here I want to let you know. We've done some improvements here with the adding of a member. We found out that when you when you added a new member, it didn't create a welcome message for them or a welcome email. And so what happened was you actually had to go to your forgot password link and then type their email address and send it. And that wasn't intuitive. So obviously we've fixed that. So you'll be happy to know that when you add a new member and you click save and create a new account, it will send them an email for them to reset their password or basically create their account. We don't want you creating the passwords for them or having access to any of their passwords. So that is there. And you're also going to notice here there's a couple of new features here that you can do. Number one is you can click reset password. So at any time, if you have somebody that's saying, hey, I didn't get it, or if you create an account manually for somebody and they don't check for 3 weeks or whatever the case is, and they go to your help desk, you can always resend another link for them to set their password. When it comes to the subscriptions, we've gotten the names here now just as starter, professional, and enterprise plan. That's going to be matching up with what we're doing as well with Groove.cm, putting the two applications together. So starter, professional, and enterprise is what these two applications are going to be linked as. You'll also notice even when you create new, that is also listed here in that hierarchy, starter, professional, and enterprise. Now, I do believe I have to zoom in on my screen here, make it better for you and worse for me. Let's see. We got to go to the studio display. I hate to do this, but I'll do it anyway. There you go. It's for me, I feel like I'm because this is a really large screen, so I'm blowing it up to make it look like I'm on a laptop, but it's going to be more enjoyable for you. So that's what we're going to do there. So you have now the updates to adding some members. I want to also talk about some things for the white label owners in terms of the webhooks. So it's very important that you realize the webhooks will not fire unless they come from GrooveCell. So if you're using the webhooks here, as you're seeing here, let me just take a quick little capture of that as well. If you go and copy this webhook and you go use it, just to fire it. Like if your developer is saying, hey, the webhook's not working, I fired it, or you connected it to a MailChimp form, and you feel that if anybody fills out a MailChimp form, it will automatically create an account. That's not the case. Remember, the only way these webhooks work is if you create an account that happens through GrooveCell. It has to be that way. The bottom line is these webhooks, if you were to share your screen and somebody sees the webhook, and we didn't do it where, like right now, I could actually show the webhook, it wouldn't matter. But if we show the webhook and we don't do it through Groove, that means that anybody can hack into the system and create accounts for people. Because if you remember, these accounts are universal. When you create one account for Groove for white label, it's accessible for any white label because we have the share projects feature. So we made it crystal clear that the only way the webhooks happen is on a successful GrooveCell transaction URL. For all others, you're just going to have to enter the people manually. We are going to be adding a search feature here so that you could search, when you have hundreds or thousands of members, hopefully thousands. And we are also going to be adding a feature for you to bulk upload users into your members as well. All right. Some other new things that happened in the install here. You're going to notice we used to have this document. It's still here. You could click on this document, and we've added those videos here. We've got the link for the chat bot here, but that's all in the app. And here you have the basically 2-hour and 40-minute live stream.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I just want to remind you that we marketed this webinar as the first hour and a half with AI news and updates, and then the last hour is going to be the white label. So I see you going into white label discussion, and I just want to make sure that if you know that if you talk about it now, you're going to have to talk about it later, because we told people that white label stuff would start later.
Yeah, I'll just finish this out because I've got less than 30 seconds, and then there's not much more updates in the white label. So had I remembered that, I would have just done that. But at this point, I'm going to go over this document. We're pretty much wrapped with the white label.
Yeah, understood. I just didn't want you gaining steam.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. All right. So, so over here, this was the old document. As I'm saying, you used to have to go here and watch a, let's see, come on, open preview. No, just open link. There we go. 2-hour and 25-minute live stream. You no longer need to do that. We've basically condensed all of the information for you into these professional videos that basically, but when we were doing it, we were setting it up for the first time. So this is your explanation of the white label, how to connect it to Groove, how to enter your subdomain, et cetera, et cetera. And these are all now short 3 to 6 minute videos. So you have everything you need here. And we left the legacy document for you right here. And then finally, the last thing we have to talk about for the white label. And of course, if you have any questions, you can put them in and we'll get to them after we do the Groove updates. So the chat support, we've also created an AI chatbot for your white label questions as well before you come to the help desk. So that's some updates for you on the white label. I'm going to just show you here for regular Groove.ai what we've added in the help center. There used to be links to a Groove.ai blog that had videos that were specific for Groove.ai. But what we're doing now for moving forward for both Groove.cm and Groove.ai is we're creating generic training videos that will work cross-platform. So rather than us having to create videos twice, we're just going to be creating them under a generic video. And so now all of the videos that were only available as tutorials for white label owners are now actually available even for you inside the app, making it easier to find help. And that's it on the support updates. And so now I want to move over to show you folks some work that we're doing in terms of the apps. In fact, I think here, if we look at the questions, that's the first questions. And I do believe it was James Harkin that I said, hey, James, I saw you had a few questions in there. So we'll jump in with some of your questions right now, because with all the questions for you guys, because that's some of the stuff I was going to cover anyway. So James says, when will the Groove GPTs be solely in Groove.ai? So as you see here, when you click on the apps and you click here, it moves over to ChatGPT. If you take a look over here, this tab here that says staging, you can see I'm in an account right now that's a staging account. Hold on just one second. Hey, Mike. Bear with me. Somebody's knocking on our door. I'll be right back. Oh, you got that? Okay, thank you. Mike's going to get that. So I'm back. All right. So if you look here, this is a staging account that they created for me. And if you look here, all of these applications, let's move this over so it matches up here. All of these applications that we have for you in Groove.ai and your white label, we have moved over here into staging and the going and testing. We haven't even updated the icons here, but you can see that the apps are actually built and completed. So let me show you how that's going to work. So if we were to go and click on some of these, I'm going to get rid of, like document condenser. I don't really think some of these are necessary, but let's go to long form sales letter generator and we click here. Okay, so you're going to see this is very similar to, and again, these icons will all be, matching here, but right now, we're still in the staging and building them. But as you can see here, here's long form sales letter generator, and we have the ability for you to attach documents now, which we're also going to be bringing over to the Groove as well. So you don't have to paste your context into here. You can just add a document. And so let's get started. And you see we have the icon, very similar to ChatGPT. All right, could you please provide me with a bit of more context on what specifically we're working on today? I would like to create a VSL. All right. All right, so let's upload that document. I keep those in my Dropbox over here in GPT file. So I would put, let's say, information on my brand intake form from, the brand intake form that we always do. And so we upload that in here, and it's taking that information and it's going to build the outline. And here's the outline. Now, as we say, guys, this is like watching paint dry. So I'm not going to go through all of this, and actually build out a VSL. I want to just show you that if we went to long form sales letter generator here, we're seeing the very same thing. Create me a long form video sales letter, right? And it's saying, are you ready, for me to create the outline? I would say the same thing I just said there. I would say, same thing I put in there. Absolutely. Give me the brand intake form. I'm going to go here, put in the 17 questions. It's uploading the document and we go. Same exact thing there. I'll demo just a couple of others, but the point is to show you that these are here, and I'm going to then let you know when you're getting them. So you see, we're given an outline here, and we were given an outline here. Very, very similar. Okay, so let's get out of here and click Explore Apps. Go back to some more apps. Let's take a look at like the brand intake form, for instance, the brand site architect. Right. So I'll click on that here. All right. And you're noticing that we have the user interface looking like ChatGPT. so that this will work like ChatGPT. And you see it says create my brand site for me. You have your presets. Let's take a look over here as well. Let's click Explore Apps. Brand site architect. All right. So this one here as well, that has the create site for me. Ours has the presets. Sometimes there'll be 3, 4, none, depending on the GPT. You have the attachment icon as well. So if we say create the brand website for me, and this says create the brand website for me, they're both going to put in here the link to the brand intake form. Now, ours, the way it does it, I noticed that that it creates the HTML, but it's, let me just see here. Yeah, you see, what you just noticed is I just clicked on it right there. It says to begin, create your brand intake form. And here's the link. When you click, it actually opens up to, can't even see where I have it. So we have a little bit of an HTML problem, as you can see. It's not showing you the blue link like this. I let Artie know that today, that we need to actually make a blue highlighted link for you. And it needs to open up in a new window. So that is being taken care of as well. But other than that, if you were to upload a brand intake form, like we do right here, just like with, let's just remove this. We don't need to see this in the demo. We click upload, and the same exact functionality is going to be happening. Right? So it's telling us the pages that we need. And, you know, at this point, we're in GPT, right? We're, you know, anything that's happening is the same exact thing that's happening in our interface as opposed to here. There's no additional programming that's going on at this point. So please answer yes to proceed, and I'll start now. What it's going to do is it's going to create the homepage, right? So we're going to go into here. And as you can see, sometimes it's lightning fast and sometimes it's slow. And right now it's really, really fast. Slowing down just a little bit, but that first part, it just, you know, really bursted out. And again, that's ChatGPT. That happens when you're at the website ChatGPT, or if you're using GPT-4 through the API, as we are. But here you go. It's creating the same exact thing. Now, this is to basically show you that all of the GPTs have been coded. They're into the user interface. And obviously, if you click Explore Apps, all the icons will be here. Your previous threads will be here as well. There's a couple of things that we're going to be adding. We're going to be adding the ability for you to have a document editor on the side here so that you could save it. And you will be able to link this app to a project. So what that means is you will have the ability here to right click and then click link to project. And that way I have, like, if you see here, I have a demo project I created for today called April 2024 demo. And then what that will do for you is it will give you the ability to see any documents that you've added. Remember, I said we're going to be adding the ability for you to have a document editor here. So any work that you put on, you will be able to link to this project and find all of that information here. All right, because these original, you know, project things with the presets and everything like that, that is like the original ChatGPT. Now we have added the ability for you to do these apps and made the user interface just like you see it with ChatGPT. The only thing, again, that we're going to add, let me make a mock-up for that so that you'll see what I mean. Bear with me. I'm not talking if you're wondering why it went silent. All right. Trying to get this to, there we go. And let's move that back there. Just making a quick screenshot to show you essentially what I'm referring to. My mouse, for the first time ever, must be something new with Chrome. It's not finding the edges for me to be able to drag this over. It usually gives you the little indicator that you've highlighted over it. Okay, so it's going to look something along the lines of this. All right. So unlike ChatGPT, you will have the ability to work on a GPT, but also have documents related to that GPT, sort of like a mini project. And then you will be able to link all of this output to an actual project so that they will blend together. So we have some minor little AI things that, I might just want to, make it look a little bit cleaner in the interface. But as you can see, we're getting the icon here for brand site architect. You can upload the files. These are being added to basically a file vector database over at OpenAI. This is all using their API. And then again, you get all of your past stuff here. Now I'm seeing there's a couple, maybe this is like a little bug. It seems to be adding a slash here sometimes, like if you don't complete something and putting title. So again, I'll get with Artie, find out why some of these things are not, not putting new thread. Maybe that should say new chat, like ChatGPT does. But, for all practical purposes, you can see it works just like GPT, just like the GPTs in our interface. So getting back to the questions there, James, I hope that answers your question in terms of the GPTs. Now we have to talk about when the GPTs will be ready. So that's going to take a little bit of time because it's not just about this. I want to say a little bit of time. We're looking to get it out this month. That's what we're actually on right now. So just a quick little reminder, the way that GPTs work, I'm going to take a little sip of water. Okay, so the way that GPTs work, when you see them here, they're called assistants. There's many names for them: apps, assistants, GPTs, whatever the case is. In ChatGPT, they call them GPTs because they wanted to have their own branded name around it. And for developers, they're known as assistants. So you could see all of our GPTs are here. So the only way that a GPT, these apps, the only way that they'll work inside of the interface is if they are tied into not just an API key, but it has to be built somewhere, and it needs an assistant ID number as well. You're going to see here in storage, we have, so you can see this is some of the testing that we've been working on. And look here are the two that we just did at 12:14 p.m. and at 12:17. So unlike the GPTs that work like this, the projects, where you can choose an AI service like this, and then that is tied into over here, your API key right here. There's my API key hidden, right? We allow the lifetime members of Groove to put their own API key in. And with the apps, we can't do that because you can't just put in your own API key because the API key and the assistant key must be tied together. So if you don't remember, or you weren't on the last one, what that means is the only way that we could build the apps is to work on our account with our API key. Otherwise, if you wanted to do it, we would have had to give you a document, and you would have had to went and build all of these things out, and you would have had to, and every time we added an app, you would have had to ask us for all of this information and then build it, etc. So we realized that that's just not feasible. So what that means is you're going to be using our API key, and obviously there's a cost to that. So we are building in two things: one for lifetime members, where they're going to be able to get the use our API at the wholesale cost of OpenAI. So you'll be paying us instead of OpenAI, and you won't have to use your own API key. I'm going to get back to that in just a second as well, because I want to let you know about the future of the API keys and wholesale and different things like that. Now, for you having a white label, or anybody that comes on to use ChatGPT that's not a lifetime member, that means they're paying $99 a month or more to us or to a white label owner. In order to use these GPTs, they need to have API credits. In fact, even OpenAI is no longer billing you for what you use. OpenAI has now changed their billing last month to, nope, you have to prepay and you have to give us money up front, and you will pay your credits out of your balance. And then when your balance gets as low as $5, we will re-up you at $25. Now, we're doing the same exact thing for the app. So what's currently being developed so that we can make these apps go live for you is we need a way for you to have a credit system where you could use our API keys. All right. So that's being built right now. And so what you're going to see in the system is something that basically tells you how many, how much money you have left on your $25. It'll say $18 or $17, $13, $5, et cetera, et cetera. This is very, very important for us to be able to move forward with a lot of different things that we're going to be bringing, like the images, the voice to text, of text to voice, Sora for video. All the different things that they're making available into the platform are going to be easier to manage that way. So just to clarify that, we are even thinking at this point that even for you lifetime owners, we are likely, you'll still have this here and the ability to use your own API key, but we're going to allow you as well to just simplify it and just buy your credits from us at the same price from OpenAI. White label users and users of Groove will buy them at a markup, but you lifetime members were promised that you get it at wholesale. And so let me tell you why that's going to be better. All right. And by the way, like I said, today's, I think, April 9th or something, we will have this ready, the billing system ready this month so that you could use the apps. Again, so the apps are ready to go. They just can't go until we have a way for you to pay the credits to us, because you can't use your own API key and therefore they don't work. And we can't pay for that for you. We need to let you buy it at wholesale through us from OpenAI. So here's the next thing that I want to move on to. And it's not one of the questions that you guys have asked, but I want to bring it up. Okay, and so that's I'll put my face on here. You can see me a little bit here while we're doing this. So, boy, oh boy, there have been so many updates with AI that I will be quite upfront with you. I'm not saying I've gotten to the point where it's exhausting, but it's gotten to the point where most people have stopped telling me what's going on, because everybody that's into AI, the response is, yep, saw it, yep, saw it, yep, saw it, yep, saw it. And so what I mean by that is, I don't want to call it AI fatigue, but that, oh my God, wow factor has been gone. We're spoiled now. We're seeing, wow, you could create music with AI with a prompt. This is actually pretty insane. But let's talk about language models just for a second. Let's go into here, click on this project, the projects, and go here. And notice that you have, when we click on AI services, there's two different things. There's the company right here, and then there are different models. Okay. And what we're going to be doing is giving you the ability here to have a drop down first for the service. And folks, it's just going to make it so much easier if we just use the Groove API. So rather than you having to go into here and go to settings and then add an AI service in the drop down and then see Google Gemini, Claude, Llama, Mistral, and OpenAI, and then another 3 or 4 that we could just name, because there's just so many different models. Grok from Elon Musk, the one available through his OpenAI, one available through his open source language model that we can install or use it through Amazon, and then of course there's Grok with the Grok. this company, who is giving you an API. No, that's, see, I'm getting it confused. It's GROQ, right? I just click hitting Q and it adds WQ. So let's log in here. All right. So this particular Grok allows you to choose different models, but they also have an API that will be able to allow you to tap into. So to simplify the application, remember what we promised you folks that are lifetime. We promised you that you'll be able to use, get wholesale pricing for your tokens. What we've decided that's going to be easier moving forward is just to allow you to buy your tokens through us at wholesale pricing. White label users and people, anybody that's on subscription, that's not a lifetime owner, will be paying a markup, right? We're a business. You guys have an advantage, and we're marking up the API to anybody that's buying a rollover pack or credits pack that is not a lifetime owner. But for you, for the lifetime, we've decided to just move away from this, where you're going to have to come in like with the knowledge base, the same thing with the knowledge base. We're going to get rid of the Pinecone setup, and we're just going to do it credit based. All lifetime members are going to be able to use buy credits at a $25 increment from Groove at wholesale, rather than you having to get an API key. Because here's why this is good. This is going to allow us to create APIs with Midjourney, APIs with Stability AI, APIs with Leonardo AI, Kria AI, Runway ML, and simply just have you get them at wholesale and not have to keep adding 30, 40 different APIs, HeyGen, 11 Labs, it doesn't matter. If you're a lifetime owner, we're just going to build all of this into your system, and then those things will use API credits from all of these different services. As a lifetime owner, you will be able to buy them and get charged at wholesale. You should be very, very, very happy about that. Not sure who this is, but this Facebook owner user here says, oh, that's Donna, says here, yes, sounds good and simpler. Yeah, and Donna even posted there as well. It's just going to be much easier for you folks. If you know what happens when we get here, right, in the help center, right, here's a tutorial for you to create your Pinecone account. And then a tutorial on how to use it. Could you imagine what this tutorial is going to be, showing you how to create your API key for Google Gemini, your API key for Claude, your API key for 11 Labs, your API key for HeyGen. We're going to just simplify it. We promise you guys that you'll always get billed wholesale. You gave us the $897. Thank you very much. You gave us the ability to go out and create this platform. But moving forward, there's no way that you as a white label owner is going to want your users to have to sign up for all of these APIs. So there will be one subscription that they will purchase for third-party credits over and above the credits that they're automatically given every month. Now, remember, they're paying $99, $199, and $299. So they're going to be given a base amount of credits that they may not have to buy the rollover credits. But if they're exceeding that, then they could always buy rollover credits. All right. So not going to get too much more into that, but you guys will all appreciate having one subscription, one place to get tokens, just like you do with any other service. Imagine going to 11 Labs or HeyGen and having to constantly, put in an open AI API key or a Claude. And so that is something that was going to really, really slow us down, because in the back end, we were going to have to add all of this additional complexity. Now, you can expect that in May, and this is a call out that I'm making, one of the nice things, oh gosh, if you guys remember the Betamax VHS wars, or 8 tracks and then cassettes and then CDs, right? Uniformity in technology is good, and they create these consortiums, right? The USB-C consortium, and then Apple, creates the Lightning cable, and the European Union's like, can we just have one cable? And Apple finally caves in, and now everything is USB-C. My iPhone is USB-C. Everything now is going to be USB-C. And so I really, really, really want to thank the AI community to have created, not created a Betamax. And if some of you are young, you don't know the reference that I'm saying, Sony Betamax or VHS. So Sony created a Betamax. It was a better technology than VHS. But JVC and I forget the name of the companies back then. It would have been Samsung, but they weren't around. But JVC and Sears, whoever it was, I forgot all of the companies that aren't around anymore. The five of them came together and said, "Hey, let's not each individually create our own Betamax. Let's create one VHS, and we could all use it." And then eventually, Sony even lost the wars. The Betamax was a better product, just like Blu-ray compared to DVD. Right? Everybody went DVD. Sony was like, "No, we're going to create Blu-ray." What's nice about the AI community is OpenAI created a workflow, and now you can basically say, if you remember back in the days, there was Apple and then there was IBM compatible. Everybody is now using the OpenAI compatibility. So if we were to go to, let's say Mistral, right? If we go to Mistral AI and we click on, why am I in French? Oh, I guess they're just doing that on purpose. Let's sign in. And it looks like I'm logged into something. But in their documentation, let's just go to the front end of the website again. And let's do this. Just want to show you like the way that it's worded by these folks. All right. Hopefully this goes to OpenAI's website, Mistral site. Let's put them first. I was hoping to just, find their website so I don't have to go digging through it. It used to be up at the front of their website, but basically what I wanted to show you was that with these models that say, and maybe it might even have been Grok that said it. Let me just go here. Bear with me just a second. Let me log out. How do you log out? API access. I won't bore you, but let's see if they put OpenAI anywhere in here. Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. So developers, right? So if you're currently using OpenAI, you just need 3 things to convert over to Grok: the API key, the endpoint, and the model. So what that means is simply this: the API key, an endpoint, and the model that you're choosing. So what they're basically saying is that, and it's not just Grok, it's Mistral, it's Llama, it's Google. Everybody has done this. So for us as developers, no joke, guys, no joke. For us as developers, if we want to add a new model, we add these 3 things and we add it to the dropdown right here. It's that simple. So we are finishing these GPTs and the credit system, and then I can assure you that in May, you will see every language model here in a dropdown. You'll be able to see Grok from Twitter, Grok from the company Grok, GROQ. So there's GROK and GROQ. Why do we want this one? If you weren't on the last live stream, watch how friggin' fast this thing is. You're not going to believe your eyes. Check this out. I'm going to go with, let's just do Mistral. Llama would actually be faster, but watch this. And don't blink. Don't blink, right? Write me a very long blog post about Ben Franklin. All right. Use lots of bullets. Look at that. So it gives you, it's so fast. They're doing like what Google used to do in a search, or probably still does. End to end time, 2.64 seconds. And that was Mistral 7B. So, and Mistral 7B is a really good tool. So a couple of things that's really good about that, guys, is your tokens. So if you look at the cost of Mistral compared to OpenAI, it's not as good as GPT-4, but almost as good, but much, much better than GPT 3.5. But it's 1/100th the cost. So that means what cost you 25 cents, or I should say what cost you $25 with OpenAI is only going to cost you 25 cents. Okay? So when we start allowed to use these other services, don't worry as a white label owner for your users how much, they're going to be burning through their $25 credits. The only thing is the apps have to go through ChatGPT, but regular chat, you'll be able to use any one of these different models right here. And once you do that, folks, I'm telling you, the price of this stuff is coming down so much. If you look at Mistral, you look at Llama, you look at all of these prices, you look at now Claude, they have 3, they have Opus, Haiku, and Sonnet. Like these prices are much, especially the new faster models are so much cheaper than OpenAI. And the bottom line is you'll have the choice. Let's create another chat. Let's, I'm not sure how we do that. Is there a new chat button over here? Let's see, is there something that says create new? Clear. So we're gonna do that again. Let's do it with Llama. I should have kept that, I'll copy it this time. All right, that's so I could use that. So let's see how fast Llama is. I think the other one is like 2.5 seconds. Let's see Llama. This one was 3.52 seconds. Okay, let's just do this for a second. Now, this won't tell us how long it takes, so we actually have to watch it, right? So let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it started at 34. Let's see how long this takes. This is pretty fast for ChatGPT. And this is even the fast version of ChatGPT. 34 to 02. So that was 28 seconds. It's 10 times faster to use Grok. 10 times faster. So can you imagine how fast your workflows are going to be when you have speeds this fast? Because Grok is like a technology like NVIDIA that allows the processing to go much faster. Let's try just one more time with Google's Gemini, right? So let's go here. Look at that, 1.13 seconds. Now that's not very long, if you ask me, but that's Gemini. They just, didn't make it as long. Interesting, these little modifiers that they have here. The bottom line that I'm telling you here, folks, is rather than having you and your users, if you're a white label owner, and our future customers chasing down all of the APIs and latest models and all those things, we're just going to put it all into here and have a credit-based system. Your users with your white label and ours will get a certain number of credits every month, and likely as it's getting so much cheaper, will not have to buy additional credits, again, unless they're using the apps. And you as lifetime owners are going to be able to pay us the wholesale pricing for all of these services. All right. So yeah, so the big takeaway there is when you go to AI services here, you're going to be able to choose a drop down. There'll be a little thing here of your AI service, and then choose your model. And then we will adjust, some type of notification for cost per token, and then parentheses approximately per word. But again, remember, tokens are, we're going to be doing vision and images and voice to text and text to speech and video in the future, and working with other companies like HeyGen and 11 Labs and bringing them all into here. And then again, rather than, you'll have an option if you want to use your 11 Labs API key because your voice is there, right? But in some cases, we're just going to have it just where you're paying us for the API key. So that's that. Let's move on to a couple more questions. I think that kind of explained the future of the APIs and that the models for you as well. So James, question number 2, he asks, at some point, will we have an interface between Groove.ai and Groove.cm that allows us to automatically populate pages and funnels? Yes. So what you're seeing here, this little Chrome extension, is going to be built natively into Groove.cm. And we are adding an additional icon here that will be the AI icon, and Groove.ai will be brought into your Groove account. And when you click on the Groove AI icon, your interface will just load up right into the Groove account like this. And then any of the information that you have, such as documents, okay, that are, that's actually a project. And I think we had a bug the other day in the documents, but let me see if that was fixed. Yeah. So any content that you have in your documents, imagine like this. Let's go to Groove Blog, for example. Let's go to this test blog. Hey, Donna, can you get an update for me from Matt on the customer help desk for the white label for the $300 a month? That's going to start billing soon. All right. So
will do. As far as I know, it's ready. Is there something specific you want an update on?
Oh, I didn't see it live when I go to the customer help desk.
Oh, it's definitely live.
Oh, it's live. Okay. Yeah. 2 days ago it was, or maybe 4 days ago, it was the blog. So great. Okay. That's awesome. Thank you, Donna. I'll just bring that in for a Groove AI white label update. We've added a help desk here for white label owners that want to have us do the support. We're going to be adding a help desk ticket. It's probably added already. I just don't see how you add a help desk, but we're going to be adding the ability for, Don, is this a blog or?
Yes. So this is the same way that we do our training in Groove because it's completely searchable. So we do it through Groove blog. The article base is there. And then maybe the submit a ticket widget isn't done yet. So I'll find out about that.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. And I thought that this was the help desk. Yeah. So Matt,
that's the article base.
Yeah. So there's going to be a link here that says like submit a ticket. And then they can actually go to our users, our support team that will white label themselves as a AI platform, or even for Groove.cm in the future, where we would do support for the white label owners. Okay,
also, just while we're talking about this, we're going to be putting the non-branded training for all the apps at this location, not just AI. So although it's just AI right now, we had just had a meeting yesterday about starting to make all of Groove training non-branded just from the jump so that we can have it for the white label people. So they will start seeing Groove CM trainings in there as well.
Great. And just for people that are just like have their head tilted like a little puppy going, what's going on? If you missed it, you missed it. You don't know, right? So we have here, when you get the white label, there's an additional option to allow us to do the support for you. So if you want 24/7 support team for your users, you will have to provide it. You have to get somebody on your team to do support. And if you're a white label owner, you're going to be getting Groove.cm as well. And that means all of the support that goes through your white label, you have to answer. If you want the ability to come to us and ask us questions, or you want your users to be able to come directly to us, it's $300 a month. And you could actually buy that separately right here, unlock support, upgrade for $300 a month. Now, and what that means is, and I think when you buy it, it's free for the first 30 days because we were building this out, and it's still free for the first 30 days. So if you're a white label owner and you want to be able to put a link to to the customerhelpdesk.com, you can, because we're going to be providing articles for you. But if they want to actually create a ticket, then, oh, Donna, we're going to have to put some way to only allow the tickets to be created by
Oh yeah, this
Well,
is just a temporary solution. We have to get support inside the app. That's the only way to manage this. Yeah,
exactly. So
but
it'll be
because that's a huge development undertaking. So this is a stopgap measure. You are right. We need to know whether or not someone's a paid user to be able to answer. So it's going to take a two-step.
Okay, cool.
Do you hear an echo on my microphone?
I don't hear an echo when you talk, Donna.
Okay. I moved my desk around, and since I've done that, I've started to get a microphone echo. It's very distracting for me, but I'm glad other people can hear it.
Yeah, we're not hearing it, so it's something you'll just have to figure out there. Okay, doke. All right, so where was I? That brought me to the help desk. I was here, and we were talking about this. So what you're going to have is the ability inside of Groove, anywhere you are, and I took the example of working on a blog, right? So let's go to the posts here, and let's edit a post. And I'm in this particular post right here. And imagine you will have the ability that will float around the entire application like a little lightning bolt, type of AI, right? And sort of like what we see here. Let me go to the projects. And when we highlight, we see that little icon right there. Okay, let's get a little screenshot of that. I got to take a screenshot of a screenshot. All right, so imagine you're in your Groove dashboard at any time, and you will have something like this here. Being a little pain in the neck, but there you go. So you'll have a little AI icon at any time, and then when you click on that AI icon, okay, you're going to see a little thing like this that's going to pop up. Likely to the right of the screen. Maybe we'll put it to the left, not sure. And then what you'll be able to do is either create, like an instant chat, just like we have, currently. It's going to be this user interface here will show up, and you will also see something. Where was I? You will also see something. Oh, that's right. We were with the Chrome extension. You will also see something where you'll see your documents, right? So you'll be able to create new information on the fly and then post it, copy it to the clipboard, or paste it into the app where you're at. And so you'll have all of your settings, your presets, your GPTs, your apps, etc. And you'll actually see a little link that'll say like your documents, and then you'll be able to go find a document. And what I mean by a document is something along the lines like this, right? So a document will show up right inside of your extension, right? You would click on document, and all of your documents would show up. There'll be a search feature, and you can grab this and then send it over. So that's going to be coming over as well as we merge the two applications into one database as well. All right. So let's get back to the questions. James with question number 3 of 4. Is there any new progress towards AI agents and AI employees? No, James, there is no new progress from Groove, but me, who keeps my ear to the ground. And that brings up 2 things that I want to talk about. So number 1, Crew.ai. Now, again, these things change, but they, Crew.ai, I should say. Well, if somebody doesn't have that, Crew.ai. All right. Crew.ai.io, what a confusing website, right? Crew.ai has just added 3 new models. And basically my favorite up until here was Microsoft AutoGen Studio that they were working with OpenAI. And what I liked about Microsoft AutoGen Studio is, all right, let me explain this like this. So when you create these AI agent workflows, there were two models, right? There was the very, very strict Crew.ai that says you're going to build it on a canvas that's like Funnelytics. You are going to hardcore say that this is the workflow and it cannot deviate. Meaning, you would build a process map that when this is done, it goes to the keyword researcher and everything pauses until you have the keyword researcher. Once the keyword researcher is done, it goes to the article writer. When it's done, it goes from the article writer to the editor. If from the editor, if something needs to be changed, it's clicked back to the article writer. And then it's when it's sent to the editor and the editor says it's okay, he then sends it to the little GPT assistant that has access to your WordPress blog and posts it every Monday, right? That's called a workflow. And let me show you here. If we look for our domains, we have workflowapp.ai. Oh, sorry, Donna. Thank you. Yeah, we have workflowapp.ai. And so I'm going to give you a little surprise on something that we're looking to do as well this year inside Groove that you'll really appreciate. So I'll get back to that. I'm keeping a little thing in my mind here. All right. And that's how Crew.ai worked. Crew.ai said it had to work, like that. Now, Microsoft AutoGen Studio comes out and says, no, what we're going to do is we're going to create a manager, an AI project designer, a project planner. And so Microsoft and OpenAI, their way to do it was to say, you kind of like say what you want to do, but the planner is going to start saying things like, hey, in order to do this, we need to do this, that, the other thing. And then it starts looking at your different assistants and the skills that they have, and it creates a plan and actually builds it. Now that's cool, but it's also may not be done the way that you want. And so if you now take a look, do they have a blog? Let's go to the core concepts. You're going to see that they have processes now. They do something a little bit different. They give you 3 different ways to do it. Sequential, which is the way that I just first described, execute tasks sequentially, ensuring tasks are completed in an orderly progression. Hierarchical, and then consensual process, planned, right? So there are great videos on all of this stuff. Hey, David Lemon, good to see you. There are some videos on these different processes, but the bottom line is Crew.ai has just leapfrogged, and from what I see, they give you every single thing that I could ever imagine. Everything that I wanted for a framework like this to be built. The very, very first one was chat dev, but it was missing a couple of features. Crew.ai came out and created a better chat dev, but they did it in a manner that I thought Microsoft AutoGen Studio did better. And now they've come out and completely leapfrogged Microsoft AutoGen Studio. And now just to have to say this, I believe in May, OpenAI is doing their developer conference, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I keep hearing OpenAI talking about agents, so I'm ready for them to drop a friggin' framework that is just going to explode the scene. So Face Mike here for a second. Face Mike wants to let you know that this is me kind of like back here, and this is AI technology. It's whack-a-mole, kind of like over here. And what you have to do is you have to be a little bit patient. You have to have the vision to see what's coming in the AI community in terms of development. And you have to kind of hedge your bets and say, is it going to be Microsoft, or will it be OpenAI, or will it be them working together with AutoGen Studio? keeping an eye on is Google getting into the game with agents. Can you build this your own with LangChain? And is the Crew AI process all we need? And so I can assure you that many times, and I'm very happy that we did this, there are so many times we were going to build something ourselves, and then suddenly OpenAI came out with the apps. It was like, oh, wow, they made it so much easier. This would have taken 3 months, and now we can do it in 3 weeks. And so while we are choosing what to build, we had to do the white label. Now we're doing the apps, we're doing the billing system. Then we're going to do the multimodal, so you can have all the different languages, add the images to the document editor, all these things. The ones that I want to bring to the case very, very quickly, like agents, I'm holding on the back burner, because not only will it take us 3 to 6 months maybe to build something that we could build in 3 to 6 weeks. If somebody creates a framework like Crew AI did, boom, all we've got to do is add a user interface to it. We also want to make sure that we're building on something that doesn't become obsolete. We're like, oh my goodness, what do we do now? Do we recode everything with this new, better framework that ChatGPT came out with overnight? Or do we keep building on top of Crew AI? So I hope you can understand that with technology happening so fast, and you can kind of see, you're surfing a wave and you kind of see where technology is going, but you have to be very, very careful to say, I'm going to try to build this with LangChain when these other people are coming out with open source frameworks that are doing it. And for me, I'm happy. Right now, I say, wow, Crew AI is everything we need to create a drag and drop interface where you create. So let's take a look over here now. Excuse me. So we're in the core concepts. The first thing you look at is agents. And folks, I'm going to give this to Donna to paste into the chat. Donna, and I see you gave me something for later. We should put up a warning on this page. Okay, gotcha. All right. So looking at my screen here, and let's see, let's get rid of my face. Okay, so what you're seeing is, and I encourage you to actually read these things right here under the core concepts. Okay, just read the core concepts. This will get you to understand what we're going to be building. So first, what is an agent? An agent is an autonomous agent, kind of like a GPT, that has the ability to do 3 different things. Number one, they can perform tasks, right? And what is a task? Go to Google and do some keyword research, right? Number two, they can make decisions. They can say, I think it's better to use this or that, therefore I'm going to execute this way. And they can communicate with other agents. So you can have agent A talking to agent B and saying, hey, here is my blog post on supplements. Now, you have another agent that's called FTC expert, right? And so now that FTC expert agent is going to now read the blog post from a point of view of, does it violate terms? It's going to do a Bing search to see if you can actually make this claim, and come back and talk to agent A, who's the blog writer, and say, hey, you made a claim here that that goes against FTC guidelines. My suggestion is that you reword it or remove it from the article. And then that agent will say, thank you, I rewrote the article, here's it goes. The FTC agent reads it, etc. So they can communicate with each other. All right. So here's what you do when you're creating an agent. The first thing is you give it a role. This defines the agent's function. And you're going to say something like, very simple, you are a keyword research expert. Your goal is when given a particular topic to get the best keywords that can be used for SEO and pay-per-click. The backstory I find interesting. This just works well with the AI. You say, you were a high-paid assistant working for an AI, whatever, right? For a company that did keyword research, right? That's your backstory. Then you choose the language model, right? And that's a beautiful thing. You'll be able to choose the language model in the dropdown. And then the tools, these are, let me show you this, all right? I'm looking for tools. Here you go. All right. So look at this. So LangChain has something called python.langchain. And so these are basically Python functions, right? Turn this text file into a PDF, search Bing, whatever they may be. So you can see here that there are these here, a DuckDuckGo search, 11 Labs text to speech. So these are, if I click on this, pre-made Python functions that you can build with your framework. And if you look, Google Cloud text to speech, Google Drive, right? So now I can do anything with Google Drive. There'll be Google Sheets you're probably going to see here real soon. So these are pre-made different tools. There's David Lemon Agent, right? That allow you to simply tap right into. And this is just one particular, right? Here's a YouTube search. You could do a YouTube search, a Bing search, get transcripts from a YouTube video, et cetera, et cetera. And you needed something from Wikipedia, great. Here are some functions. So there are many different tools that you could plug into. You could write your own Python scripts, or you can go to GitHub and get tons of different tools. So now you have the ability to say that this particular agent, right? We're creating an agent. He has the ability not only to do keyword research, but then to put it into a PDF. Function calling, this allows you to, bring in new functions. I don't want to get into anything else here. This is getting into the development. But so that is basically what an agent is. Now, if we look at tasks, tasks are basically, things that an agent has the ability to perform different tasks. Again, I recommend you read this. Tools here, we just went over, right? What is a tool? It can do all of these different things. It can write code or whatever the case is. Processes, I went over those with you before. Crews, this is when you create a crew, this is basically now that we have all of these employees, I'm going to pick 7 of them, bring them into the conference room and create a crew and talk about how they work together and who has hierarchy, right? And then from there, how do they talk to each other and collaborate? So the future, what Groove is going to do is we're going to have the same way we have these pre-made apps that you see here. Okay. We're going to have pre-made workflows, right? And one workflow might be write a blog post on this, but this is something that you'll be able to automate because every Monday it'll do keyword research for the hottest trends, what's trending. It'll write the blog post. It'll have an editor proofread it. It'll have an FTC person make sure you're not doing the claims. And then there'll be tools that say connect to Zapier or WordPress and post it on your blog or your group blog or whatever the case is. So we are going to be designing pre-made workflows. But the reason why you saw me here show you that we have workflow app.ai. We want to do something to the point that allows you to go into all of the different agents that we have and create your own workflows and then use it for yourself, publish it for other users to use, or publish it into your white label. All right. But having said that, we are also going to allow you not only to create different workflows, but to create different tools or whatever the case may be. So that's really what we're going to be seeing as the future for 2025. It's not just going to be AI creates content. It's not just going to be GPTs, which is basically an agent. It's going to be agents that are in a shelf that you could pull and create your own workflows or add agents to the community. Like, hey guys, I just created an agent. I noticed there was nobody that had a FTC agent or whatever, just like we have with the apps. And so there's going to be a place where all of these different agents are, different tools, different skills, and all of those are needed. It's just like having a team of employees. But right now, I need to create a department that actually is my sales copy department or my marketing department. And that's going to be called a workflow. All right. So one more thing I want to let you know. Okay, because I said I was going to talk about 2, and that was number 1, Crew AI that we could build on top of. Number 2, I spoke about, I just mentioned it. It was one of these different things. Oh, that you'll be able to create workflows. And the other thing, just going back a little bit to these apps here. So we've built these apps on OpenAI's platform here. these here. All right. And the reason we did that is it was faster for us to create it. And it also gave us the ability to have a place to store these documents, all the code written for the upload, vector databases, all this nonsense. But here's what I want to let you know. LangChain has basically just come out with, and you don't have to get into this, but LangChain is just this huge company that has pre-made things to allow you to build your own ChatGPT, right? So if you don't want to use OpenAI, LangChain is the company that's building all of these things with knowledge bases, so you don't have to use Pinecone, vector databases, storage, retrieval, plug in any language model you want, and create your own GPTs and plug in with OpenAI's voice or 11 Labs and all of these different things. So again, ChatGPT creating these assistants for us that we were able to build, that allows us to build. But if they don't add features the way we want, we're kind of like tied in. So what we're going to be likely doing is moving these assistants over to LangChain development this year. You're not going to notice any difference, but here is the difference that's going to happen. You will have the ability. Right now, these assistants have to work with ChatGPT 4. Very expensive with the tokens and very slow. So if we move to LangChain, we'll be able to have the assistants. But once you load up an assistant, you're going to also be able to choose your AI service. So it's not tied to ChatGPT. It'll be faster and cheaper, right? So that's that. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to go do a little pee bio break because my feet are starting to tap dance over here, which means I'm hydrating well. And we will be back in just a minute. Donna, I don't know if you want to play a little video or if you want to just tap dance for a minute. I'll be right back.
I'm in a groove state of mind. I'm moving all the time. No excuses and no blame. I'm stepping up my game. I'm a groove student, yes I am. With groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me. With us loose and free, I'm dancing to my dreams. Bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groovelicious. Who knows who I am? 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving.
We can't hear you, Mike.
That would help if I hit the mute button. Don, I don't know if you noticed or if it's just coming through on my end. The Groove.ai song and the I'm Grooving song, it kept like growing very slow. I don't know if that was just on my end or if all users were hearing that. Did you notice that as well?
I did not notice. So I didn't notice. Anyone else notice?
And it's only when you play the videos, right? Well, nobody else is really talking, but it's like, it kind of like it, and it was having problem buffering. And instead of skipping, it was just like going real slow. But everybody saying seemed okay, sounded fine. So something on my end when it plays those videos where it just wasn't buffering properly. All right, getting back to what we were saying here. So yeah, the apps right now are working with Groove. Are being built, as you see here on the staging server, with OpenAI, but we want to move over to LangChain so that we can get away from Pinecone and provide our own vector databases and just build everything native into the application. So, and that's the beautiful thing. We're starting to see the technology mature, and LangChain, I feel, gives you the ability to do all of these these things just out of the gate. There are some cool things that ChatGPT does because it's multimodal. And they allow you to do the images right in ChatGPT 4, where they haven't given that to us as developers yet. In multimodal, you have to go out and go to DALL-E separately. But I'm expecting that in May they're going to make some changes. And then if you can pull in any language model you want, we're still going to build the apps off of LangChain. And then if you want to use the ChatGPT, you'll be more than welcome to. All right, so let's talk about this little domain here that we have, Workflow AI. Here's what I envision with Groove.cm. I envision that, so like all of these different apps that we have here, like even Groove Forms, we're thinking of like separating that, making it its own app just called Forms, not Forums, Forms. And I want to create an app called Workflow, right? So the Workflow app is going to be my advanced vision of these sequences. Okay, so I'm going to go into here and you'll kind of understand what I'm saying, right? So these sequence builders is old school and it's awesome. But what do I mean by old school? I mean that they are pre-AI, that's all. And so what I want to do is rename sequences or have an advanced version of sequences that is all of this, but also called workflows. All right. So imagine the ability to, oh, Donna, I wasn't sharing my screen again. Sorry, guys. But as you can see here, let me just bring you back. What I was saying is that you're going to have, we want to break out forms from Groove Mail and have something called forms, and then have, AI here, and then have another application in the menu here called workflows, right? And so that is going to be an advanced take on sequences. So I'm just repeating what we did. So the sequences are essentially the ability to say, if this happens, then that happens. So imagine we still have sequences, but we have one more advanced thing called workflows. All right. And what I recommend you do is go to the channel Build Ship on YouTube, right? I'll click Open App here. And this will allow people to do some more advanced things. It's going to be more for the techie person on your team. But look, if people are going out to companies like Build Ship and doing this, and that's why I want to have this thing called Workflow app that allows you to use your GPTs, etc. Now, this looks a little bit more confusing than anything, but what I basically want to show you is that when you start creating these workflows, you can actually, let me see here, let me just add a new node. And you see what you have here, right? So if we start like working with this company Build Ship, then you can connect to everything automatically. You can connect like to everything, to Stripe, to Discord, to everything, and build a workflow that's basically saying, post this on my Discord, pull something in from 11 Labs. And these companies are doing, look, they already have their own built-in workflows, as you can see here. Right? So they have an API that will allow us to build on top of that. But what I really like about them, and I'm trying to see where, oh, watch this. Okay. I'm going to add a new node. Let's just do this right here, Airtable, right? And I want to update a record. But watch what you can do right here. This is a pre-made node. So I guess it would be this one right here. You can... I'm looking for where you type what you want using AI. So let's see. Would that be here? Edit, copy. So basically, it writes all your functions for you just automatically with AI. And I'm trying to see. I'm probably not doing it right. But I know that you can. You basically just write what you want with AI. Oh, here it is. I can't believe I missed it on all of these. You just go here and you say what you want to do, right? So I want to create every time you get an update, post it on my Google spreadsheet, right? And so you just say generate with AI, and then what it does, it will write the Python code automatically for you, right? So here's what I recommend you do, because I'm making this seem a lot more complicated than it is. But if you go to YouTube, and I recommend you look at this channel called buildship.io, and they have these really, really short videos. So let's go to their actual channel here. Click on videos, and oh man, they are constantly putting videos up. Every single day they're adding a new video, and they're showing you all of these different workflows that you can create, and they're showing you use cases. So let's look at this one. These are some that I looked at before. So let's just look at this little Google Forms one here. Now I have to open this in Safari so that you guys can hear it properly.
I'm just going to leave these as the default for now. And then up next to the send menu, click on the three dots.
Okay, so
connect BuildShip with Google Forms. So instead of having to manually check your forms for new responses all the time, you can automate notifications to be sent to the app of your choice, like Discord, Slack, Telegram, and more. I'll be using a low-code automation platform called BuildShip to set this all up in just a few simple steps. All right, let's get started. First, go to Google Forms and create a new form.
All right, so we get this, right? You're creating a Google form, right? Now you go into BuildShip and watch what happens.
We want our form notification to be sent to Discord. Say we wanted something else. Well, just have a look at all of the incredible integrations that are included pre-built in BuildShip. You could have Google Forms automatically open a GitHub issue. You could have the entire message translated. You could have it added to a Notion comment or page. You could have it added automatically to your Google Calendar, Google Docs, or send an email in Gmail. You could use SendGrid or Resend to send an email based on the user's response. Add a Slack message, send a Telegram message, or even a Twilio SMS. The options are literally endless, and we're adding new nodes and integrations all the time. And if there's one you want us to talk through, let us know in the comments. But for now, let's say we're happy with sending a message. Let's say we're from our Google form. So let's build out that workflow, because it will be similar regardless.
Pressing pause there. Apologies, folks. There's nothing I can do about that stutter that's going on, but hopefully you can. Yeah, Marion just put static. Just bear with it. There's nothing I can do about that. It seems to be a problem. I'm actually hearing it on my end as well. So just bear with it and try to get the most out of it. We're almost done. There's another 2 minutes left in the video.
Regardless of the integration you want to use. So this node is asking for our Discord webhook URL. So in Discord, click on the channel that we want it sent to, the edit channel button, integrations.
We get the point.
For us.
You're connecting.
This sends all to fine, but we just need to change the event type to on form submit.
That's a Google form trigger, basically saying when this happens. And then you're all set and done. You've basically created a workflow, right? This is called a low code builder. And that's why we wouldn't put anything like this into the sequences, but we would create this thing for a techie person that wants full automation, that literally can do anything in their business, and powered by AI and the GPT agents and all that different thing. So the point is here, this is some advanced stuff for people that have a mind for this, but basically there's a company here called BuildShip that is building a huge company all on this idea of being able to take every connection out there in the world and create all this stuff used to have to be programmed in PHP and Python, and now you can do all your automations in low code. Basically drag and drop, and you type what you want. You connect with every service out there, and then you type what you want done, and it'll write the code for you with AI. So you need a little bit of a techie background, but if you have the right person on your team and you want that's killer automation, that's something that can be done with BuildShip that we'll be able to work through with workflows, right? So having said that, update. I want you all to see this, right? Zapier just recently announced something the other day. And folks, understand the way that we are here at Groove.ai, Groove.cm, Groove Digital, whatever you want to call it, is we're excited about AI and what you can do with Groove.ai, and with Groove.ai connecting to other services, which is what I'm going to show you right now. And then the second half of, I believe we're an hour and a half in, and I'm going to finish up these questions. And then I'm going to spend a half hour basically showing you new things that are happening in AI. And then some of you may turn around and go, wait, I don't understand. What does this have to do with Groove.ai? Or are you going to be building this in Groove.ai? And I might say to you, no, this is a free tool, right? And if it's a free tool that, Microsoft Copilot is giving you, or whatever the case, I just thought that you might think it's cool to know. And that's where we get into the, hey, here's some cool things that are happening in AI with other platforms, right? We're not going to build everything into Groove.ai. Some of these things are very, very specific. I'll give you an example, like HeyGen or 11 Labs. We'd rather just work with their API and build it into our current workflows. And that's why I like to show you those things. But let me show you something that's now happening with Zapier, that all of these things that I was just talking to you about with agents and their ability to do things, they need to be able to have integrations with other platforms. So Zapier is like, they were like a company that's been around for 10 years, and they were like adding, Mickey Mouse features and updates. And now they've realized, hey, they can reinvent their company to be a Zapier 2.0. And I love what they're doing. So if you go to product, right, this is all the different things that they do, right? But they've got 3 new things here. They've got Canvas, like plan your map and workflows with AI. And did you notice what's the word of the day? Workflows, right? So what I just was telling you about why I want to separate sequences to having something called workflows for users that are a little bit more not afraid to get into the things like integrations and zaps, right? Again, we could still call them sequences, but the way that Donna and I look at sequences is kind of like, hey, when this comes in, if they do this, then send this message, send this text, right? When we start getting outside of communication, when we start getting into posting things to WhatsApp, Discord, Slack channels, Google Sheets, pulling data and different things like that, the new term for that is in AI is now be called workflows, right? So Zapier is also doing workflows. Somebody signs up for your website, lead reviewed by a marketing manager. If yes, assigned to a sales rep, et cetera, et cetera. So this is just something called Canvas, right? And it allows you to draw out basically what I just showed with BuildShip, or what I showed with Groove, right? It's a sequence builder. So that's one. That's not the one I'm excited to show you about today. The next thing is they've created something here called chatbots, right? So now you can create chatbots like we're going to be doing with Groove AI this year, right? And that's with the knowledge base. It's very simple to create. Currently, we've been telling you guys to use chatbase.co, and inside of our app, when you take a look here, where we have different things like chat support, we've built ours with chatbase.co until we build our ability to do it here. But again, what do I care? I'm using my OpenAI API key. I'm buying it at wholesale. At the end of the day, it's the same thing, but we're going to be building these chatbot features for you as well. But yes, you can now build chatbots with Zapier that also can work with all other Zaps. So if a customer says, here's my credit card number, I'm just giving an example, or email address, you can post that to Stripe or to a form. And again, form, F-O-R-M, not forum. Okay, so here's the one that I'm excited to show you about. Take a look at this. Zapier is going crazy about this. It's their new thing. This is the future of Zapier. It's called Zapier Central. So it's not even in beta. They're not even calling it alpha. They're calling it preview. Create your own AI bots for any task. All right. And James, who's asking the questions, I believe that was here. That was James Harkin. James, you're going to love some of the stuff that I'm showing here. This, work hand in hand with AI bots. This is Zapier Central. So everybody, when you go to Zapier, you click on the products, and what's new, click on this Zapier Central thing over here. Now, there are some videos. I recommend you watch videos with Zapier Central. But what does Zapier Central mean to you? I showed this to Matt Seralta. He nearly fell off of his chair. Zapier Central allows you to, number one, connect to live data. Oh, I love this progress bar showing you where you are in this little video here. So let's refresh the page so we can see this, and I'll narrate this for you here. So connect live data. So plus add a data source. So you can add a Google Sheet, a Google Doc, or a Notion document, or an SQL database. And then you connect it like you would with Zapier, right? Because they've got all this stuff built in. Now you're clicking add custom orders. I'm just narrating what we're seeing here. And now you have a chatbot that can be used by you, your customers, or a special team in your company that you've given privacy data to. And now, folks, you can actually chat with your data, right? This is really interesting in real time. It's the ability to take all of your data from Groove.cm, all of your transactions, create something here that connects with Groove, and then has that data automatically put in real time to your spreadsheet. And then you have a chatbot that you can actually talk to your data and say, hey, what's the lifetime value of all people that bought this product in 2023 for this price point? And you can now chat with your data. What's this one here? Give simple instructions. Let's see. Organize an email. And you're basically saying, hey, well, let's see what they say. When I get a new email, if it's a promotional email, marketing, or spam email, label it as promotional, right? So now you can connect to your Google inbox and have it go through your email that says, if I get an email from this email, investor, then send me a text message, right? And that way I can say, anytime I get an email from so-and-so, to send me a text message or to add it to my digest, right? Right now, I'm currently paying somebody to do this. And this is something that I can now create with Zapier Central. I can now connect it to different things and start creating these workflows and set a trigger that I want it to send me a digest every day or once a month or once a week. Automate your work. Let's click on this one right here. Let's start again. Automate your work, create a behavior, right? These are workflows. Every day, send me an email. And again, with my calendar events, with a summary of profit that we brought in from the Google Sheet, whatever the case is, this is Zapier Central. I recommend you go through. The most important thing is you're working with your data, and you can create events, triggers, workflows, sequences, and chat with your data. Okay, really, really cool. It's called Zapier Central. All right, let's get back to the questions here. All right, so is there any progress towards visual funnel mapping? This is a Groove.cm question, and James, I'm just gonna go back to what we put there. We're working after the refactoring the code. We're working on getting the current core apps, the current core apps that we have. And visual funnel mapping will probably work its way into, the workflow builder when we build that. But, we do want to start getting back to the future apps. And I noticed I lost the little spongy thing here on my glasses. And now it's the metal thing that's really cutting into me. Here, bear with me. Let me see if I have another set of glasses. I do not. All right. Metal in the nose it is. All right. So anything that we have, in fact, the new Groove.cm website should be going live next Monday, and we're going to be removing some of the future apps. We are still going to be building them in the future, but we want to be getting to the help desk, and that's going to be coming. Surveys, we have all those different things that we want, but all these things with the asterisk, like the pipe, the funnel mapping, surveys, calendar, and desk, they're coming. But we're right now we're focusing on getting our app just solid, especially for our white label members, and then we'll be adding a new app completely done well. We're building all that stuff with AI, so we can do some really, really cool stuff with that. So moving on to your next set of questions here. And so that's your 4 questions we went through, right? Did I answer this one? Will we have an interface between? Yeah, we did. All right. So that's it for you, James. We answered all your questions, unless you have more later down here. Todd asked, will Groove be producing generic training videos for the white label Groove platform, or will we be given access to the API, the AI support bot that offers, etc.? Yeah. So basically, we will be creating, and Kevin Strite will be working with us. We will be creating, as you saw here, the customerhelpdesk.com. We are going to be creating generic videos at the customer help desk for both Groove.cm and Groove.ai for your users. And then there will be a $300 a month option if you want us to do the support. And then probably that might even include Kevin Strite and I need to talk about it. He's going to be doing some advanced video trainings that would be included in that $300 per month that would be given to your users. Kevin and I have to get together and work on that. But the Groove.cm white label needs to come out before he can even start building that stuff. But let me just read this to make sure I answer your question in full, Todd. Will we be producing generic training videos for the white label Groove platform? And so, yes, we already have that right here. For if you're a member, and so I'm going to log in as a member, right? So now I'm in my demo white label platform. And so if your users go to the help center, you can see we've already created white label videos for you. And then we're going to be doing more at the customerhelpdesk.com. So I hope that answers that question for you, Todd. Let me just see if we have to build our own. When could we get access? Okay, but I think I answered that. So Eric Wheeler, when will GPTs no longer require a paid ChatGPT Plus account? We answered that question right here. When will Groove GPTs be solely in Groove.ai? So I answered all of that in that question there. Next, Marco Sperrer asks, hello, Mike and team. Since the white label Groove.ai will be integrated with the white label Groove.cm, that's correct, and it's all in one. And if you buy it now, you only pay one price for $497. This means that it becomes a complete new platform product to sell. So that's not a question. So the question then is, when will the new sales page, templates, and true long state-of-the-art white label VSLs be available to white label owners, please? I don't know what you mean by true long state-of-the-art. We are not doing a long video. We are doing a true state-of-the-art white label VSL. That is being done. Donna Elliott is working on that now. Might even be done already. I'm not sure. And we haven't published it yet. Do you know the answer to that?
I think it's done and should be in the system, but I can check. But I thought it was done.
Why do I think that that's true? Let's take a look at this just for a second, Donna, before you go look. Let's see if we go here and we look at the install document. Is there anything here that is a VSL video for them? Chat base, help desk, grab and go videos. No, they don't need that anymore. No, so we didn't publish that yet. So yeah, so maybe Elliot got it to us and we just, had so much stuff on our radar, we didn't actually get that to you. But
that's entirely possible.
Yeah. So to answer your question, that first part of your question, take a look over here at Kartra. Okay. Look at their video here. Okay. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's go to Groove.cm. And let's look at our video here. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. And then Groove.ai, the one that we're creating for you, is also for us. And you could expect that to be no more than 5 minutes. You don't need a video sales letter really longer than that, right? Your sales page should do, all of that information for you. Let me, and here we have at Groove White Label, I have a long sales letter for the white label that's kind of like this, but I got to get this to Elliot so that he can add visuals and, you know, stuff. I don't necessarily think you're going to need a video, you know, for a SaaS company longer than 5 minutes. It's basically send emails, automations, text messages, build your landing pages. People kind of get it. And then you let the rest of the website, the rest of your website does the information for you, kind of like this. Okay. That's really all you need. You know, get started. You're building funnels. People get it. The point is to get them to learn more. I mean, to sign up. If they want to see even more about a particular product, then they can click the learn more and go, you know, deep down. So you'll see here, this is our new white label site. If they want to learn more about the pages, we have a page here that, you know, has demo walkthrough videos. But at the end of the day, the text is really all that's needed. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Donna's going to get us some updates on if that video is done, what the progress is, and when you'll have access to it for your pages. Next question from Marco. Will there hopefully be a free trial account, no credit card needed, option for 7 to 14 days available, since this seems to be the standard strategy that works best to attract new prospects and clients? That's actually not the case, Marco. There's many different types of software platforms and the prices that go with software platforms. Some of them are heavy free, like Trello and Gmail, and then they just wait for, you know, Dropbox, right? And then you have $10 a month type programs, things like Runway. I think their pricing starts very, very cheap. And then you get into true SaaS platforms that have $99 starting price points. And generally, those companies do free trial with a credit card or free trial with $1. And Groove will be doing, for the $99, $199, and $299 plans, we'll be doing an optional 14-day trial for $1, or even no free 14-day trial, but you will need to capture a credit card. And I believe you can set that up right now with your accounts. You can actually do that, but you will have to attach a credit card to it. So the main thing that you're saying is no credit card needed. That's not going to happen. We feel that the best way to get somebody fully committed is, hey, get that credit card out and set up a trial. Once this is just more context you added here. And look, nobody understands free more than we did. You know, we were free with Groove until that goes away. By the way, the free, if everything goes well, the free will be going away this weekend. All free users will be locked out of their account. All of their websites will stay up. Their blogs will stay up. Their websites will stay up. But their checkouts and opt-in forms will no longer work if you're a free user, and you will.
We're going to give them notice.
Yeah, there'll be notice. Yeah, the notice will be happening if everything goes well this weekend, and then you will have to upgrade to a paid plan. The free is going away. We mentioned that on the State of the Grooving. More information, just check our past State of the Grooving live stream, or stay tuned for the information that's going to be coming soon. And again, getting we actually found out we have. I keep saying 850,000. We have 1.1 million users on the Groove platform. Over 1 million are free, and over 1 million are at our help desk every single day, taking our resources away from you, the paid users. So look, for us to give you an AI platform, a blogging platform, a page builder, email marketing, a funnel builder, a membership site, sell your products, and support, at this point, we've decided to change that to $99 a month, and we will give you excellent support, and you'll get better support. And I always say this, it cracks me up. We look at a company like Use Proof. This company is charging you $99 a month or $129 a month just to have 50 visitors to your website to put a little proof widget. That's it. They don't do anything else. They give you the same proof widget Groove does. Maybe the cool things you can A/B split test your proof widget. Really? Okay, is that great? But you have 100,000 users, you're paying $2.99 a month for a lousy proof widget. So at this point, we have decided to provide better service to all paid customers for support and build our app and more profit for the company. That the amount of value that we're providing is a steal at $99 a month, and we are doing away with the free. So more information on that this weekend, hopefully, or Monday, or next week. Well, let's see here. We prefer to wait until everything is finished before starting to market the new platform, since the actual sales page, access, API keys, etc., will completely change once the new integration platform is ready. Okay, yeah. Hey, if that's the case, I'm not sure exactly what you're saying there, but yeah, you could always, cancel your white label, come back and pay the current price that it is at that point. We understand that the white label Groove.ai support is off at the moment due to all the changes, etc. Do you have a deadline when the support for white label Groove.ai will be active again? We're going to have to start getting some actual terms for when we say white label support, right? So we should start using things like white label owner support and white label end user support. So I don't know what you're referring to here when you say, do we have a deadline for the support for the white label for Groove.ai? So all I can do is give you the answer for both. And for the support for the white label owner, you can go to the customerhelpdesk.com or see these videos here or use the chat support. Your users, for your users, we have given you, so let's log in as you are a white label owner, okay? And as a white label owner, we have added these things for your white label users. We have tutorial videos for them. We have created a chat bot for them. And we've given you the ability to put your own help desk URL there. And if you pay $300 a month, we will do the support for you at our help desk. Okay, at a specific help desk, and those help desk links will only be available from inside the app. All right, and that's going to be coming this month. Okay, very, very soon. We're working on that. As you can see, the customer help desk is already live, and Matt Seralta is working on a ticketing system with a help desk software that we pulled off of AppSumo, and we're developing that and working on that currently. Okay. Back to the questions. Okay, thank you, Marco. Eamon asks, what about the $100 credits? When is that going to be implemented? Once we add the billing system with the credits, Eamon, that will be there, and you will be given $100 credits. So we will give you 4 $25 packs to use with your GPTs or with any other app language model in the dropdown. Okay, so that's coming soon. That's all part of the credit system that's currently being built. That is what's happening right now, and why you're not seeing like features added, to the app is because we're building the infrastructure things right now to make but actually we did make the GPTs work. As you can see, all of the GPTs are actually built and working. We just have to build them, the billing system, to allow you to use our API. So they're all here. All right. Next. All right. Knowledge base. Please explain the purpose of the knowledge base. How may I fully benefit from using the knowledge base? What are the steps to get started using the knowledge base? Daryl, Hope, let's answer those questions going backwards, okay? Or in the order that I think is best. What are the steps to get started using the knowledge base? So what you do, Daryl, if you're here or watching on a replay, is you will go to the Help Center and you will watch these 2 videos right here. Quick setup guide for Pinecone, right? This is to set up your knowledge base. And then number 2, setting your first knowledge base up in Pinecone. So you're gonna follow those videos to connect to your knowledge base. Getting back to the next question here. Excuse me. How may I fully benefit from using the knowledge base? And I think that is the same question as please explain the purpose of the knowledge base. All right, we're going to go off camera, off screen here for a minute. And talk some good news. All right. So if you remember back when I first started using the memento analogy, I believe that was in like August, July or August, or might even have been in April. And I basically was trying to talk about what is now referred to as the context window. Well, when ChatGPT first came out, it had a context window of 1,000 character tokens. And then ChatGPT 4 came out, and both 3.5 and 4 went to 4,000 token context window. Then, oh my God, did you hear the news? ChatGPT has just announced 32,000 context window, 32,000 token context window. And if you want to know how many words are in translate to tokens, it's 75%. So if you have 100,000 tokens, it's 75,000 words. If you have 10,000 tokens, it's approximately 75,000 words, right? Or 7,500 words for 10,000 tokens. So ChatGPT announced that they now have 32,000 tokens. And then I think if we look at their latest, and that was in the middle of the year last year, openai.com, and we look at their models. Let's go to OpenAI pricing. Let's see. Look at that. Okay. They have 128,000 context window. That allowed these things here, these settings prompts. Let me go back one more. Let's do Dr. Lori. These setting prompts used to take so much of the context window and give bad output. Now we can create longer system prompts, and we can have longer conversations, and it can keep the context. So 128,000 times 0.75, you're talking 96,000 words. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm going to go to my butterfly marketing manuscript. And this is the actual butterfly marketing manuscript PDF here, the entire thing. I'm going to take that and I'm going to go and open a Google Doc. And we're going to paste that entire butterfly marketing manuscript in here. And we can see, if we go to tools and we do word count, there's 43,000 words, 43,000. And now, ladies and jelly beans, you can have a context window of 128,000. Okay? So the difference between a context window and a knowledge base. Oh, thank you for sharing my screen again, Donna. I keep forgetting to do that. Thank you. The difference between a knowledge base and context window is, I'll explain it like this, and I'll go back on the big screen here. What I've realized with the knowledge base is, right after we developed it, knowledge base is basically a database that allows you to chat with. So knowledge bases are very good for chatbots. You could load millions and millions and millions and millions of pages, almost like as large as you want. It doesn't matter. You could upload the entire Wikipedia to a knowledge base and then have a conversation with it. So knowledge bases are good for retrieval. They're good for a conversation. So let's say I loaded the butterfly marketing manuscript into a knowledge base, and I told and now asked it to create a blog post on the butterfly marketing manuscript in the knowledge base. It's not very good at doing that. It can't take all of that information. It can now if it has a context window, but in terms of just a knowledge base, knowledge bases are good for these things that we see here. I'm looking for. Oh, did we not in ours? We didn't add the chatbot widget in ours. It's only in for you guys. So let's go to here. So knowledge bases are good for chat. Okay, so if you look at chat base, and I go to I have to log in first. Do you hear that drilling, Donna? Or my microphone blocks it out? You do? You hear it? Yeah. Jackhammering.
Yeah, I know it's not quite as bad as it is in the room with you, but it's bad.
Upstairs in my house, and you just literally.
I'm sure it feels like it's inside your head at this point.
Yeah. And it's the worst sound, that metal of a high-pitched jackhammer. It's a jackhammer. So if you look at the data sources, right, so you can see here that we crawled every website that we have, and look at, I'm talking the amount of websites that we have here. It just goes on forever. So I could add all this information to a knowledge base, and I've got 1.8 million characters here. And let me see, for the butterfly marketing manuscript, I only have 227,000 characters. So it's like 20 of my manuscripts, so to speak, right? And I can add more information. So from Notion, I can force it to answer certain questions, and I can upload files and PDFs. Knowledge bases can be unlimited in size. So again, what's good for a knowledge base is really going to be good for chat and being able to talk and get a question on pre-trained information. Originally, I thought that knowledge bases were going to be good for you to repurpose the content. So originally, I thought that knowledge bases would be good for you to come in here. Well, let's look here. You would go and look at your knowledge bases, right? And you would create a knowledge base, and let's just click on this one here. And you would just start adding as many files as you can. Just keep adding files, and you train the knowledge base. And my dream was that you could then go into a project and then turn the knowledge base on and actually choose a knowledge base and then have it read the entire knowledge base and repurpose it. That's actually not the case. The way the knowledge base works, it's an index in a, and thank you, Donna, for turning that back on if I left it off again. It's an index finder. It takes the 7,000 pages, and as soon as it finds something, it says, oh, this is the answer that you were looking for to your question. It repurposes about whatever context it gets from that and then repurposes it. So it's not actually the best way to write your sales letters and your blogs. And that really sucked. I was like, oh man, we might have overpromised something that can't be done. So knowledge bases, good for chat. We will likely might even move the knowledge bases out of here and only use it for things like chat and talking to a document to retrieve an answer. But what's the good news? Well, the good news is this. ChatGPT has added the ability for you to upload data up to 128,000 tokens, right? Which we know 128,000 times 0.75 is 96,000 words. And we saw right here that this butterfly marketing manuscript, when we do the tools, the word count, is 43,000 words compared to 96,000. So you could do 2 butterfly marketing manuscripts. And so let's actually take a look at what that looks like in a PDF. Okay, so this is the actual PDF, right? So remember, right now, currently with ChatGPT, you can do two of these. So here you go. This is dense content, as you can see here, right? Not really double spacing, really adding a lot of, as we know, 45,000 words. So 45,000 words equates to 155 pages in a PDF. So currently, with ChatGPT, I can upload 2 butterfly marketing manuscripts, or the equivalent of 300 pages. It's basically any book. So the need to actually talk to a knowledge base is not necessary anymore. So as you noticed here in the new version, we've added the ability for you to upload a document and not have to paste it into the context window. When we make this live, we are also going to be adding the paperclip that you're seeing here, this paperclip, to attach a document. You'll be able to do that here as well and no longer need the knowledge base. You'll be able to upload your knowledge base on the fly. And now you're going to say to me, but Mike, what if I need more than, a book? And I don't know that you really will for the purposes, right, of just writing a blog post, 300-page PDF. You want to write a blog post summary, you're not going to need a knowledge base anymore. And currently right now, you can actually paste the content in. I could take all of this content that we just had right here, right? I could take that and I can paste it in here, and I can say, I have to scroll all the way up. Let me see if I can hit the, yeah, there we go. I'm going to shut this off. I'll leave the preset on so we know who we're talking to. Yeah, let's optimize that for creative. Oh, I see. I got so much text in here. My browser's slowing down. But let's write a blog post about this in the listicle. And let's throw some tone and style in there for good measure. All right. And output, why not? Let's give it some advanced things to do. All right. So let's see if it can take all of this information and write a blog post about it. I might have crashed my browser. I'm not sure. Nope. I don't know if we got an error message yet. I have to find out when we get to the bottom. Okay, so here you go. It has now taken 150 pages as context, because we can now do 128,000 context, and it's writing a blog post based on that document. And folks, I could have put 2 documents. Technically not, because then it would have had no more tokens left for output. But you can see here, I am now repurposing my data by pasting it in here. If I were to do it like this, let's open up Better Blog Post. And I'm going to be basically showing you Better Blog Post, right? This is the GPT app. So I could have done it like this. But I don't have the ability right now. Whoops. I don't have the ability to do the paperclip right here. But you can see the new version that we have adds the paperclip. So instead of pasting the text and crashing my browser, I can just simply do it like this. You see, and now we have it's reading it this way. It appears you've uploaded a file, but due to the upload method, I'm unable to directly access it. Could you please paste the text? All right, so I'm not sure. I'll ask Artie why that didn't work. I might be able to try it one more time. Let's just see. Let's do it with let's see if I can drag a PDF. All right, let's see if I can do that. file is too large as a PDF because it has images. So let's do it like this one more time. Let me close this, maybe because it was open. That was the problem. Let's try one more time. Again, I don't know if this is a bug with our upload system or if ChatGPT, not exactly sure. All right, let me see if I can do it with ChatGPT with better blog post. And if so, then there's a problem with our upload. But I did upload documents before when we did the 30 questions. By Mike Filsame, very good. So let's try here. So if this works here, which it should, then I'll just get with Artie and find out what happened. And let's see if it gives an error here. So it seems to work here. So if I go to platform.openai and let's go to the files and see if those files made it, storage. There it is. So yeah, I got to find out. It got the file. I'm not exactly sure why I wasn't able to do it there, but you get my point. We are going to be adding the ability for you to have the upload a document here, which is getting rid of the need for the knowledge base, because you could add up to 300-page PDF at 128,000 tokens. But watch this. Mistral, who's the, I know that, oh, watch this. Claude AI context window max. Updated over a week ago. The context window and message limit for Claude's free open beta can vary depending on current demand. For more information on limits, go here. And let's just see. I happen to know the answer is 1 million. So let's just do a new search like this. Claude AI context window 1 million tokens. Okay. So you can see here, everybody's talking about that Claude. Well, here's an article. Let's see if we can find it at Claude AI. Ooh, what's this? Build with Claude. Oh, that's their API for us. So let's log in here, log into my Claude account. It's one thing to know something, it's the other thing to find it and be able to show you guys. So let's see if we click here, Anthropic, and Claude 3 is now available. Let's see if this is a blog post. No. Build with Claude, our work. Claude API company news. Yeah, they're really a lot of new stuff came out with Claude. So this is Haiku. We want to see their one called Sonnet and Opus. This was November. So this was more like this year. So let's see if it was around here. Introducing the next generation of Claude. And let's just see context window. Okay. So the Claude 3 family of models will initially offer a 200K context window. But let's see if they then say what it's going to later get to. So they're now up to 200,000. So if we take 200,000 and we divide that by, multiply that times 0.75, we are looking at 150,000 words. So that is a 600-page PDF. 600-page PDF, 150,000 words. I'm just curious. Let's just do this. How many words were in the first Harry Potter book? Use Bing if you have to. Okay, guys, 76,000 words was the first Harry Potter book. My Butterfly Marketing manuscript was 45,000 words. So I just told you that you're allowed 300,000 words. So if you take 300,000 with Claude and you divide that by 76, let's just call it 77,000, you can do nearly the first 4 Harry Potter books. You can just upload right in. So you see what I mean? If for the purposes of writing a blog post or an email, we're not going to need the knowledge base anymore. And that's what I'm hearing is OpenAI, their next release is going to have 1 million tokens. But take a look at this. Gemini has 1 million tokens already. Introducing Google Gemini 1.5, running up to 1 million tokens. Now, remember, the more tokens you use, the more tokens you use, and you'll be paying for tokens, right? So use your tokens, wisely. But let's just look up the word million, okay? And so this is from the horse's mouth. This is at blog.google.com. This new generation of Google Gemini allows you to use up to 1 million tokens. So let's put that into perspective again. We know that 200,000 tokens times 0.75 is 150,000 words. We can multiply that times 5, or just go to 1 million tokens. And we get 750,000 words. Okay, that's 10 Harry Potter books. I don't even think there's been 10 Harry Potter books, unless you count the Fantastic Beasts. How many books are there in the series? Why don't you just give me oh, here it is, 7. All right, so 7, and then say the 3 other books in the Fantastic Beasts. So you could upload into Google 7 PDFs books on Harry Potter, and then 3 of the Fantastic Beasts, and then still be able to say, write a summary of, write me a 10-page summary on the journey of this. You could do Lord of the Rings, etc. We're getting to the point where we no longer need the knowledge base. We could upload the entire Harry Potter and Fantastic book series by uploading like this and saying, summarize this for me. Okay, so that's Google. They're up to 1 million tokens now. You can actually, Gemini.google.com. You could go right in here right now and, wait. Google Gemini Developer Platform. That is located here at ai.google.dev. They keep changing their URLs over and over, but now I can go to Gemini API. Nope, Gemma. There's a playground for it. And let me see if that's here. No, that's so let's see. Gemini Developer Playground. And I know there's a place where you could actually play with Google. Oh, let me sign in. Oh, there it is. It's called aistudio.google, right? And so I can go in and I can actually play with these models at 1 million tokens It literally tells you right there. See that? Token count, 1,048,000 tokens. So if you wanted to upload every video in your YouTube channel or for whatever reason, and then use that to create content, you could do that. So yes, we are going to have that for you next month right here. You'll change the model to choose Gemini. Again, you pay for the tokens, right? So if you're uploading a lot of information, you're using a lot of tokens. You remember, tokens in and tokens out, not just tokens out. But there you go. Let me show you something else that's really cool with Google. It's called like bakery. Let me see. Google Images Bakery. Let me see. Google's, it's AI Test Kitchen. I don't know why I had bakery. AI Test Kitchen. All right. So check this out. Something you have with Google. I don't know why I have to keep signing in with Google every time I mean, if I'm signed in, I'm signed in, but whatever. So Google has this thing called AI Test Kitchen with Google. My goodness, Google, come on, seriously. Like, are you trying to make it so people can't find this? My goodness. All right. So they have a couple of things like music effects, and you can say, create music for me. We're going to get into that in the final hour here. Some other things. They've got image effects, which is really cool. So create a photo of a colorful elephant on a unicycle. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that you can iterate on it by doing this here. See that and this, and I must have spelled elephant wrong. I'm not sure why it's not giving me options, but the images should show up here. And then so it basically makes ways for you, and then it'll actually give you different styles down here. I'm going to get out of this. We know what image creation is, but just wanted to let you know that they've got a couple of things in here. Music, text. I'm not sure what text is. I did look at this before. Let's just enter a word and see what happens. Not exactly sure what this is. You'll have to go look into it. Let's move on. So yeah, so OpenAI is expected to come out with 1 million tokens soon. Within 6 months, every platform that's worth its salt will have over 100,000 tokens. So that I spent a lot of time on that question, but I really had a lot to talk about there on what the knowledge base is, how you could use it. My point of view now at this point is I don't use knowledge bases anymore unless I'm creating a chatbot where you could search, Wikipedia style articles to find an answer. But if I want to repurpose content, I'm using the context window now. Excuse me. All right, next question. How many more we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more questions, not bad. And then we'll get into some AI news and updates. So, Mike, can you please clarify what the major benefit is as to why we need to pay $22 per month for ChatGPT Plus to use the 33 or more apps you created? There's no benefit there. I think everybody should have a ChatGPT account because there's things that you will use it for. For things that are not related to direct response. Groove is a content creation platform, but I did explain to you that we have now created it where the apps are now native inside of Groove, and you won't need ChatGPT. The only thing we have to do is we have to add the billing for you. So we've kind of answered that question, but I'm always going to be a proponent for ChatGPT. I use it every day, as you just saw. I want to know how many words were in Harry Potter. It's just quick and easy. I don't want to go and spin up a project. Michael Drummond, mostly, I'd like to know when will we be able to delete the update knowledge bases? When will we be able to delete and update knowledge bases? When will we see more language models added? So Michael, you must be really happy to see what we said about the knowledge bases. We're going to give you language model. All the language models will be available to you in May, every single one and every single model. Anyone worth their salt, right? And so what I mean by that, I don't even think you need stability. I think you want Grok by Twitter, Grok, which is a faster platform that uses Mistral, Llama, and Mistral, Llama, and what's the other one? Oh, and Google Gemini, right? So we will be giving you Mistral, Llama, Gemini, OpenAI, and Grok. So you'll have 6 of the leading. We're not going to be adding other ones out there. They just, why? When these are so cheap and so good. And, you know, there's also this place where you could see the ELO rating for chatbots. Chatbot Arena. They're basically showing you, you know, which are the, I'm not sure if this is the latest one. They have open source models, but let me see. Live ranking of best LLMs. And there's, oh, is it Chatbot Arena? It might be. Let's see, latest version here. And the way it works is oh, here it is. Okay. The way it works is you go and you type a prompt, and then it gives you 4 different ones or 2 different ones, and you say which one you like the best, and then it uses the ELO rating, which is used in chess and other sports, for you to find out which is the best. And as you can see, for the first time ever, Claude Opus 3 has now outranked ChatGPT 4 1106 preview. So it has the highest ELO rating by 2 points. So Google Bard is in 3rd place. Claude Sonnet, which is basically like ChatGPT 3.5, but almost as good as 4.0, but super cheap, right? So here's Mistral. Llama's not even showing up. There's Llama, right? So at a certain point, guys, we're not going to give you all of these, right? We're just going to be giving you the most affordable and fastest ones, and we get our data from Chatbot Arena, right? So moving on, or continuing on that question, language models we spoke about. When will we be able to delete and update knowledge bases? We are going to be probably, Michael, getting rid of the Pinecone integration, doing it directly on LangChain, and then going back and giving the knowledge bases a little bit more love when we allow you to create a chat with PDF widget like we do here. And so you're going to be seeing more of an interface like this, where you could update and retrain and things like that. That's on the list as well. If the answer has to be when, probably sometime this year. Right, the year's flying by. You know, we're ready. You know, getting into the 5th month in 2 weeks. But you know, all these things are on the Trello board, and we'll be getting to them. I don't want to give you something that says it's happening in June. I don't know if that's the case, but as I just said, now just use the context window. You'll be better. Abdul Kahar Kamale asks, when will Groove.ai be fully responsive and compatible with mobile form factors? That is not something we are going to be building, Abdul. If anything, we would be building an AI app to do that. But quite frankly, I think this is a desktop application. I'm just being honest. I don't see how we can properly put all of this, and all of this into a user interface to work correctly. If you want to create content, I would suggest you pull out your iPad, okay? I apologize if you don't like that answer, but we're not going to put our resources into that. But thank you for the question. Tim Lockyer says, how does custom in presets work? Does it Google / look up the person you input? Oh, gotcha. So the question from Tim is this. If we go to the presets and we create a new preset and we say, act like a direct response marketer that is custom, and we put in here Tim Kennedy. Google is going to, ChatGPT is going to get something that says, act like the direct response marketer, Tim Kennedy. If it doesn't know it, it's just going to use traditional direct response. So the best way to ask it is you can say something like to ChatGPT, let's do this. If I asked you to write direct response like Mike Phil Same, do you have enough information on him to do so? However, to truly capture the essence of how Mike Filsaime would write a direct response piece, would be benefit to have some examples. What if I do not have examples? Can you explain his tone and style and anything else you can describe? Without direct examples, we can infer to his tone and style. So I'm known for writing education and informative, persuasive and direct, friendly and approachable, entrepreneurial and innovative, results focused. And so now it knows about me. Now, if I were to ask this question here, and taking the second part of this here, and we change this and we just put in that weird name there, Tim Kennedy, right? Because that's not Dan Kennedy. And Tim Kennedy's a UFC boxer. That's why I'm using that name. Let's see if it knows anything about that. See, he's saying Tim Kennedy, the mixed martial artist. So he did know that. So if it knows about that person, it can try to emulate that person. If it doesn't know that person, well, then here's what you do. I've created a GPT for you. Okay. I've created a GPT for you. I don't know if it made it onto this document. Writing style and analyzer. Okay. So what you would do is you would paste in writing. So let's put in the butterfly marketing manuscript. Somebody get me a gun. That drilling. Serenity now, serenity now, serenity now. All right, so absolutely, please upload the text. I'd like you to analyze. So let's say this was you. You would upload some of your works. And remember, sometimes you write direct response, sometimes you write email, sometimes you write a blog. So you're going to do the one that you want. You would call that Mike Filsaime blog, Mike Filsaime whatever, right? So here we go, tone and instructions. Okay, now here's how I would use this with Groove if I wanted to write like me. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Ready? Watch this. Tone, style, personality traits, and additional instructions. I have everything that I need. So I would go here like this, and I would create a prompt in this project. It's not the best way to do this, right? But this is how I would do it. I would go into my presets and let's just grab a current preset right here and then modify it. Okay. And now I'm going to say custom. Okay. And I need a person or trait. So here, was I given a trait? Okay. Personality traits, right? Channel for analytical mindset. I will just put that right here into traits. Okay. And now in rules, I can go here and I can say, I already have tone style I can override. Additional instructions, watch this. I go like this. I put that instruction, I hit enter. I'm going to hit edit. So if I'm using it to maybe write a report, I'm calling it the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript preset. I now have that. And then I'm going to go into tone and style, and I'm going to override the custom tone here. And I'm going to take the tone that it gave me, maintain an educational and empowering tone. Boom. Style. I've got exact style instructions that I can override. And there you go. I think we've got the additional instructions, the personality traits, and everything that I need. And so now, if I were to say, write me a blog post about Mike Filsame's butterfly marketing, I can even just say Mike Filsame's butterfly marketing, and I can put the blog post here. And let's call that a case study. No, we don't want case study. Let's just do the listicle. Let's get this, and let's do like that. Bink, 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 bink. All right. And so now you're going to see I was able to use the custom, but using the GPT that analyzes your tone, style, trait, and additional instructions, I'm able to write. Actually, this is going to write more like me probably than using Mike Filsame in the dropdown. So yes, you can now write identically to yourself. You can find out what are some traits that we can tell it to write like, and this would write more like me. I can't tell you if this is me. I'd have to read it. This sounds like me. I'm good with this. You know, I told it short, right? So to keep it short. All right. So that's not enough typos. Yeah. On the first try. All right. Thank you, Donna. Look at the smile on her face if you can see it right now. All right. Eric. So Tim, that basically goes to show you how you do it. You go into here and you click on here and you put in the trait. If you remember here, it says trait. So that GPT, that's called whatever it was called. I forget what I called it. Writing style analyzer. That will give you the 4 things you need: the trait, the custom instructions, the tone, and the style. And you can start writing more like you. So I hope you were on here to actually see that question. But if not, I'm sure other people enjoyed it. So Eric Trevino asks, are there any news regarding images and video generations? Sora, LTX Studio, look insane. Yeah, so Sora is not out yet, but when we get it, you're going to get it. LTX Studio, I'm going to be talking about today, basically just telling you to go check it out. And yeah, images, as I mentioned before, once we finish these things in May, you can expect language models and more multimodal like images, right? Images is not as exciting as it used to be because everybody's giving you free images. You can just get it everywhere for free. But you want it inside the app so you can have it in your workflows. And we also want to add it to the document editor here so that you can add images to your documents to share better with your team. So we get that. Look for that in May, June, the latest, but I'm thinking May, right? All right. So next, what do we got? A few more questions. Looks like a few more were added. What exactly does this do in white label member management? Disconnect from CRM. This needs a little tooltip. I asked Artie about that the other day. Basically, that means that if you have a user that's tied to a subscription in GrooveCell, and if that person fails their payment and you don't want it to disconnect their access, then you would go into your white label, which I think I closed, unfortunately. So let me go back to my white label. And you would just disconnect this person from Groove. meaning he's still going to be able to have access to his account, but you no longer want to be tied to his billing. So if they fail billing, they don't get automatically disconnected through automation. Okay, that's all. You disconnect from the billing. Just let that account just stay, and you'll manage it manually. Okay. So Tammy Alt asks, do we have any white label owners currently selling their own rebrand white labels? Donna, can you help me out with that? I don't know what that means.
I think she's just looking to see if there are other white label owners that are actually getting clients and selling right now. And yes, there are.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Tammy, there are active white label owners that are doing well with them. And, out of respect for them, I'm not going to give up their websites if they're doing something right. But I would recommend that you post into the Facebook group and ask them to show off some of their sites. I know Kevin Strite has his. Eric Wheeler, with a very excited face, says, this was asked when we were talking about knowledge bases. So I think this is just today. Mike, have you noticed any drift as you keep asking new, more complex questions from the original prompt? Eric, do you really want to go here? I really want to bore everybody. All right. So let me explain to you everybody here in the group. Context window is this, right? So what I want you to picture is this is a Google document, right? And the context window, it can, as it moves down the document, it's forgetting what happened before it. As now our context windows are getting bigger, right? Our context windows are getting bigger, and we can add more context. But what is drift, right? So let's talk about what Eric asked here so that I can explain what drift is. And so as you start writing, and I just say, let's say, let's start on a new one here, right? If I say, who is Ben Franklin? Let's just assume I asked for a blog post, but I don't want to just watch this thing blow out tokens. Thank you, Donna. There you go. So now if I say, and George, right? So what we're doing, and just imagine these were blog posts. Right? So imagine these were blog posts, right? This will be the last one that we do. What's happening is, and let's go back to the original days of ChatGPT when they had a 2,000 or 4,000 context window. Every single time you ask a question, in order for it to have context, it resends all of these things through. So you're actually paying now for each time you go for these tokens and 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 the blog output that it gave. It's given. So that's the thing that you got to understand is like, you don't go, hey, how come you're charging? I'm just saying, how come you're charging me for this many tokens? When I only had, 300 tokens here. It's like, no, you didn't. You had not only these tokens, but these tokens. But if I say, when I hit send, it's sending this entire thread in. And so now there are things that happen inside of ChatGPT. LangChain has it. And there are 4 different ways that you can do it. And the question then becomes, what happens when there's not enough context? And should you be sending everything back? So here's different options that are selected when you create they're adding these little radio select buttons that we say, how do we handle large ongoing threads? And what you can do is you could say, as this starts getting longer, only send the original prompt and the last few prompts, and then take everything that happened in the middle, essentially put it into a separate GPT and create a summary, and then add that. So what you're doing is you're getting the original, because that's usually where you say, act like a lawyer, and like you're giving that initial prompt that, so you always want that in there. And the most important thing is really the last thing that we just asked, Obama Mama. I love that. And the middle is not that important when you've been talking to a chat for 3 days. So what it will do is it'll generally take the middle section of the prompt and then kind of like put that in and create a paragraph of it so that it can not need all of this context, right? So the question that we're asked here is, have you noticed any drift as you keep asking new, more complex questions from the original prompt? Now, you're not going to get as much of that in Groove, but, like we might be hurting you guys. And what I mean by that is we have Groove set in the background. When you talk about these things here, we allow you to customize the top P, frequency penalty. All of that comes from here. But what we're not allowing you to do, and maybe we will, I don't know, we don't want to confuse you, is if you look here, you're going to see there's a couple of other things that's allowed. And ChatGPT has like the maximum length here. If we choose the model like this, we have hours dialed all the way up to, let me see here if I can get more models here. 1106 preview. They're still keeping it at 4,000. We have hours at the model maximum, which means that we may or may not be optimizing yours the best, meaning at a certain point, we're sending all of the previous text and text and text and text and every blog post because we're giving the maximum token length. So you'll get better output. But do you really want us sending all of this information and burning your tokens every time we send? Does it really need the context of John F. Kennedy when I say Trump? Does it need anything other than this original question, who is? And it's now understanding, oh, I'm giving one word paragraphs. It knows that it needs to know that it's one sentence, but does it need to know Bill Clinton? Right? So the reason you're going to get less drift from us is because we've maximized our output to token maximum. ChatGPT doesn't do that. They're optimizing it. But the beautiful thing is they're creating radio select algorithms now that allow us to do this. So you will get drift the longer this goes. As I said, we went down a rabbit hole here. The bottom line is the better thing to do to eliminate drift is to create a new chat and just start from scratch. So you're not sending these previous tokens in and messing up the context. It doesn't need it. And that's why we created this panel here for you that makes it easier that you can instantly, because this panel is here, if we go, let's see the one that I did for Butterfly Marketing, I think that was here. Where was that? Here? Yeah. We have the system prompt here that you can see all of that stuff about, how to talk like me. Just create a new prompt and you'll eliminate any drift. Not that you're going to have it with us. We have the token maximum high and just resend it because you're resending the system prompt. Okay. So James Harkin at 234 said that was cool. I think was probably referring to how to write in your own style. I'm not sure, but let's get on to another question here from Kevin Strite. Mike, can you reiterate the benefits and usage for the optimized for options? Okay. Kevin, I feel like I should just friggin' leave this thing on creative and get rid of this. Sometimes I think, oh, it's cool. We are given access to these things, and these things create different output, temperature, and all these different things. So we built it into our platform with a default at these default settings that we get from OpenAI, right? And tells you what they are here. And then there's one for creative, which doesn't change it much, but I've tested, and this gives you the best. So Kevin, if you want the best output, just use creative. If you want to go down a rabbit hole and find out something that works better, go here, and by all means, report to the community if you find something better, okay? That's the definition of drift. It was me drifting off, right? That was the actual definition of drift, is me going off on a tangent, and doing so right now. I'm almost thinking we should get rid of this, put it in a little thing up here called advanced. I just put mine on creative every time, seriously. And I get my best output there with creative. And that wraps up all of the questions that we have. I see here, can we have access to the document with the assistance presets that go directly into OpenAI? No. That's our proprietary stuff. We are not going to be giving you the secret sauce that goes behind our GPTs. That's pretty proprietary stuff. Okay, but you'll be able to use them, right in here. And if you bookmark the other ones, you'll have them in ChatGPT. So I got a little document. Let me close all of this stuff here now. We're pretty much done with Groove.ai updates, etc. Let's just go on, and let me just give you some news that you want to go in and look up in inside of YouTube. These are things you want to look at YouTube. So I don't have this document perfectly pretty, but let me just share it with Donna so that she could share it with you. Donna gave me an update here. It looks like we have the VSL, but I don't know if we approved it for review today. So let's open this up in Safari so that you guys can actually hear the VSL. Let me download it. That'll be better. Verify it's you. Can I use a different?
That's been happening to me too with Google. It's happening to me too with Google. It's trying to get every account the right one.
Yeah. And I was in Safari. That was the thing. So I'll do it here from Google, where I'm already logged in. All right. And let's open that up. And we'll play it right from QuickTime. All right. So here's your VSL, guys. I will be getting, when Donna tells me that it's approved, we will get this up to YouTube. No, we'll just get you the MP4 and you do what you want with it. That's probably what we'll do. And we'll probably give you a Groove video embed if you would prefer to do an embed. But I think it's better that you just upload it to your own Groove video.
To your new favorite AI helper. This is the future of digital content creation and management, reimagined through the power of AI. In today's fast-paced digital landscape, efficiency and innovation are not just desired, they are essential. That's where we step in, offering a suite of tools designed to transform how you create, manage, and share content. Introducing our revolutionary document editor. Our document editor is more than just a text tool. It's your gateway to hassle-free content creation. Say goodbye to formatting nightmares. Our editor ensures your formatting stays pristine. It's about maintaining the integrity of your work with every edit, every time.
I like the way he did that
This is
with the green
also how
screen.
you can get a creative blueprint. If you're struggling with writer's block or not sure where to start, our content creation frameworks offer a plethora of templates and guides. Whether you're crafting a compelling blog post, a persuasive sales letter, or an informative email, these frameworks are your roadmap to engaging content. Our advanced prompt engineering means AI is tailored for you. In a world where AI is the new frontier, we are in the lead with advanced prompt engineering. Our AI doesn't just respond, it adapts to your style, tone, and unique content needs. You can customize your AI to speak directly to your audience, engaging them in a conversation that feels both personal and professional. Experience a new approach to project creation and management. Gone are the days of one-size-fits-all solutions. Our platform learns from your inputs, evolving to manage projects more effectively. We're not just another ChatGPT alternative. We're the next step in AI-driven project management. This includes knowledge bases filled with your own data and content. Teamwork makes the dream work, and our collaboration tools are the glue that holds that dream together. Share projects effortlessly. Our role-based access ensures everyone contributes exactly where they shine. It's not just about creating content, it's about putting it out there in the digital world effectively and efficiently. We believe in empowering creators, marketers, and businesses. Our tools are designed to streamline your workflow, freeing you to focus on what really matters, your creativity and your message. Be a part of the content revolution. With us on your side, you're not just keeping up with the digital world, you're leading it. Click now to begin your journey with us and elevate your content creation to new heights.
Okay, so Donna, did I not see? Did apps were not mentioned?
That was just the AI one. That was the one that was done. That was just the AI one. That was the one that was done for just AI.
Yeah, I didn't see these, which would be important to have in there. The apps. And also, just this is so subjective. The lounge music seemed a little downbeat instead of upbeat for me. I was thinking maybe something.
It ended a little oddly.
What do you think?
It ended a little oddly.
Yeah, a better call to action with a fade out might be better. What did you think of the lounge music?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I think I'm seeing a delay on your lips there, but I hear you perfectly. Kevin says this is fantastic. I want it now. Look, regardless of the music, once it's ready with the final one, we'll get it over to you. Maybe we'll just get you this one now. If you just like it, we'll call this the BTN version, and we'll just get you that, and then we'll get you another version with any edits with the apps and things that we want to add. And maybe we will give you the Muzak, piano club lounge version, and then a little bit slightly more exciting, what I call like anthem rock version. Kartra did a really good job with that. It's kind of like, let me go to Kartra, and I don't know if they're still doing it. Let's see, and we'll get you the script as well if you want to record it in your own voice. Let me see if this is the same one here. So let's watch this.
From email marketing to memberships, page building to automated funnels, no matter what you do, you'll have everything you need to bring your product or service to market.
Well, let's go here and start that again.
With Kartra. Meet Kartra Pages, the all-new, all-in-one. From email marketing to memberships, page building to automated funnels, no matter what you do, you'll have everything you need to bring your product or service to market with Kartra. Meet Kartra Pages, the all-new, all-in-one app that empowers you to create gorgeous-looking web pages. Start from scratch or choose.
And then you compare that to
your new favorite AI helper. This is the future of digital content creation management.
Yeah,
reimagined.
Just like the pacing is created by the music and the scoring, and that made it seem like you put the video at 0.75x or 0.5, so it made it seem really slow. And so Donna, you worked on that Kartra video, right? Yeah, I always when I'm going back for a VSL video, I always think they did a really good job. If we look at the one that we did on Groove.cm, I don't think that's going to show for you here unless I open it on I just want to hear it myself.
This is the all-in-one
solution. Much better. You're not going to hear it here. Let me put it into Safari. If you guys want to know why I call it Safari, it's because Matt Serralta, with his French accent, calls it Safari.
This is the all-in-one solution for your business that you've never dared to dream of. It's the Swiss Army knife of online business platforms, giving you every tool you need to share your passion, communicate your message, and enjoy the freedom to make a living on your own terms. Every tool working together seamlessly under a single login. Welcome to Groove. From funnels and pages to full websites, Groove's site builder empowers you to make...
Yeah, that's a little better. And the way that you find something like that is you use the term upbeat when you're looking to score. So we need something upbeat that's driving it. The other one, that's why we do drafts, right? It's just not perfect. So we'll work on that for you folks. Okay. Rob says, I thought you didn't own Kartra anymore. No, Rob, I don't. I'm saying that, Don and I obviously used to be there and we worked on this stuff, and we still can point to something that we looked at as a good execution, and I specifically know that they have the type of really upbeat stadium anthem music type of marching band. All right. So, but again, I'm sure
call them drum corps or drum beat videos, drum corps videos.
That's it. Yeah, I couldn't get the name out of my head. So, all right. So let's get back to this document here. I don't even know what I put here the other day. UMAH, OpenAI. But all right. So in the world of, let's just put here. I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't know what that meant. This we're going to put, we will put video, AI video creation. They stopped for a minute with the drilling. Thank God. All right. So obviously you want to do some research on Sora. Okay, if you're not familiar with that, it's OpenAI's new video platform, text to video. It's quite crazy what's going on. So again, we could probably do just a day, on this stuff where we would spend 3 hours. Today, I'm giving you something where you want to go do, and I'll put some links in for anything that needs a link. But you want to look up Sora, Hyper, AI, Pika, and Runway. These are the people that are really driving things forward with video creation. And so when you're doing storytelling and VSLs and stuff on social media, text to video and image to video, meaning you could create an image and then say, go from here. So I'll put some of these in here for you. Okay. So this would be Hypa. This is from Hyper. This is OpenAI coming soon. And they just released some companies. So if you go to, they gave beta access to studios and creators. So if we were to type in balloon head or airhead, this is a really nice video short. So again, I got to do this in Safari, because we're running StreamYard in my Chrome, and the settings there. Okay, so this was created, folks, just with text to video, a prompt. Everything you're seeing here was created with a prompt.
Well, they say everyone has something unique about them, something that sets them apart. It's just in my case, it's quite obvious what that thing is. I am literally filled with hot air. Yeah, living like this has its challenges. Windy days, for one, are particularly troublesome. Or there was the one time my girlfriend insisted I go to the cactus store to get my Uncle Jerry a wedding present. Ugh. What do I love most about my predicament? The perspective it gives me. I get to see the world differently. I float above the mundane and the ordinary. I see things a different way from everyone else. Yeah, and I feel like it's because of that perspective I'm reminded every day that life is fragile. We're all just a pinprick away from deflation. So I try to live life with a lightness, a buoyancy, a joie de vivre. I got a lot of ideas keeping this thing full. With any luck, I'll find a way to share them with everyone else.
All right, so that was created all with Sora. I don't even think they did any post, like part of the rules were they couldn't do any post. Everything had to be done in prompt. So they couldn't do any color grading or anything like that. And so we're getting to the point now, you know, because it's like basically trained on Unreal Engine, that it's insane what can be done with video. And this hasn't been released because of the fear of what can be done with it, and they're slow rolling it. But when it comes in a couple of months to OpenAI, not only are we going to have text to video, we're going to have text to video just like that. But in the meantime, you will do things like Hyper AI, and you can make a text or create an image in DALL-E or Midjourney or Copilot or wherever you want, or Leonardo. And then they have all these different ways on how you can move the video from there. All right. Again, there are YouTube videos that spend 20 minutes just on Hyper. Go ahead, watch those. So the point that we're doing here is go watch these videos. Now, there's another one called Pika Labs. I think it's Pika Art. Okay. This one here, we're going to put the URL here for you as well. This is another text to video platform that is just absolutely insane. And they're also video to video. So image to video and video to video. So you can do a text, you can upload an image and then say, go from here. But you can also like highlight certain areas to say, only animate this. Like, so you could animate just one section. And then you got video to video. So you can upload a video and then just keep the story moving by adding it. And these stuff are getting better and better all the time. And of course, there's the Runway machine learning, Runway ML, which, you know, we've gone over a couple of times here. Always good for you to stay up to date. This is more than just, you know, text to video. It's an entire platform that does all of these different things. It does AI editing. Really cool platform for you to look into. All right, Storyboard Maker. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know if I can. I'll have to go back. Oh, let me see. I might be able to find it here. Bear with me. What in the world is the name of that? I'm drawing a blank. It will come to me. Just bear with me a minute. Oh, Hugging Face. Okay, so Comic Factory is something that I've used in some of my VSLs. And basically what you do is you put in like a story and then the style, and then you choose the grid layout here. And they used to do 2 at a time. He's only doing 1 at a time. But let's do this. Let's go with American 1950s. That's going to be Archie's comic, right? And then you could look up AI Comic Factory here. All right, Donna, no problem. We will make it by that time. I promise you that. Oh, I have to. Yeah, got it. Okay, so we're going to put the story. Let's put it as a marketer having success using a CRM, right? And then over here, style. Then you also have this here, right? So the style here, you can use, just put tones of blue and, whoops, tones of blue and black. And we're going to hit go. I have to sign in with Hugging Face. I hope I didn't lose that prompt. I've already, okay, good. So we hit go. And this you will see in my stuff that we did for Traffic Syndicate when I was telling some story about my past. Right here. I was talking about how I was working in a car car business, I put, guy looking tired, bags under his eyes, right? And I chose, this particular style, a little bit more cinematic. But this was like Dark Knight style, comic book, right? Never enough month at the end of the money. And so the prompt was like, man and a woman at the dinner table, stressed over finances, started online learning funnels, conversion, and traffic. And now, it's kind of like man working at home, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to do some storytelling like that, you can see here, you could get stuff like this. If I wanted a 3D render, slightly different, right? Because the reason why that one looked old is simply because I made it look like a 1950s comic. This is going to look a little bit more modern. So let's let that go in. Let's get the zoom in a little bit like this here so we can see them all. And once they're done, you can re-roll or edit the prompt for a particular style. And then when you're done, it's kind of like getting a comic sheet. So we'll come back to that. And let's look here. Ideogram. So best image gen platforms. All right. Ideogram, I really like because nobody is doing text to image the way these folks do it. So let's just drop them in here for you, and log in with Gurgle. And some of them give you free credit, some don't. But watch this. Neon sign at the front of a marketing studio that says Groove.cm in pink. So now you're going to see like it gets text. Look at this. Like you can see the examples. Most people are using this for images with text because it's the first one that gets text as good as Photoshop. All right. So going back to the Comic Factory, see 3D render, a marketer having success using a CRM. I wouldn't say these are that great. This one's good. You could redraw any particular tile or edit the prompt and re-roll it, right? So that was that one. So here's ideogram, and there you go. Now, did I spell it wrong? No, I didn't. So it's not getting them spelt perfectly, but you just keep trying. But Groove.cm, it missed the E here, but you get the point. It's one of the best with text that's out there. Just so you know, Midjourney is moving away from only Discord, and you could go to Midjourney. What's going on? I'm doing a search and it's not searching. Am I missing something? Oh, I don't want history. Just do a freaking Google search. Is that difficult? What? What's going on with Google? There we go. All right. So Midjourney now has the ability for you to log in. No, I don't want to do it that way. Midjourney online app. So where would that be? I won't spend too much time here, but I know there's a way. I'm not going to go through the entire site, but there is a way now where you can actually use. Oh, there you go. And let's see. So it's still coming soon for me. I applied, but with these filters, do some videos on how to use Midjourney in the app, and you have to apply for it. Right now, you have to have 1,000 images created over in Discord, and I haven't, but they'll soon be rolling it out. But when they do that, they're making it all filter based and slider based. So that's coming soon as well. So let me just add that for you so that you don't have to go looking for it. So let's go to history there. There you go. I'll put that in there for you. Oh, and so Midjourney has this new thing called Cref, which is character reference. And so if you want to create consistent characters, just go to YouTube and type in Cref Midjourney, and you're going to see people showing you how you can upload an image of yourself or anything in Midjourney, and then you get a seed, and then every image you create like that will look the same. So it means consistent character references. That's what you can now do with Midjourney. So again, what I'm putting here is for you to be going and looking at some new updates that you have here. Leonardo.ai just did some incredible new updates as well. So I'll just put the URL here for you. And when you go to YouTube, just type in Leonardo AI updates and look for videos that are no less than 30 days. And let you just type in new updates, and that's where you're always going to find people showing you the latest things that are new with them. So here, the new Leonardo AI update is print on demand goldmine. They've now added the ability to do transparency in images. Again, mind-blowing AI updates. Just always just put that in there. New updates for everything that I'm showing you here. All right. Leonardo is probably my favorite AI generation tool. Yes, all those APIs will be coming to Groove as well. Cognition Lab, Dev Agent. I don't remember. Sometimes I just add these things so that we could go. Oh, I think I know what this is. Oops. This is Devin, I believe. Yeah. So if you're into coding, or you have any technical people on your team, you want to go here and watch all the videos on this page. This is about Devin, and we applied for this at Groove. Really cool way on how you can program. I'll just show you real quick here. Let's go to Safari. And so they've created a software that allows.
Hey, I'm Andrew, an engineer at
allows developing on AI to work like a human, meaning you have access to a terminal on a computer, a browser, a chat in real time that you can continue to talk to the AI, you and him, while it's working. And it also has an iterative development process.
Big open source repository, which contains a lot of different algorithms used for competitive programming. A lot of people use it, and
so let's skip to here. Basically,
if I don't want to do it, I should just ask Devin to do it instead. So I gave Devin the repository, asked Devin to just check it out.
So the chat is in this section here.
So Devin,
this
found the right repository.
Is where it codes. This is the terminal, and this is the browser.
Repository. And then I told Devin what test case I wanted.
So do you see what's happening? Devin is working while you continue to have a chat with it.
Right. I just told Devin, these are the inputs, and then try checking for these conditions for you. So Devin wrote the test without too much trouble. It was Devin.
Again, you guys can go and look into that if you're into any developers on your team. You want to make sure that they've seen that. I'd be surprised if they haven't. Okay, so when it comes to video storytelling like Hollywood, you want to look up LTX Studio on YouTube. All right, let's just go to them actually here and give you the actual URL. So this is LTX Studio and movie LMM. So LTX Studio, folks, I mean, I can't tell you, it's absolutely mind-blowing. If you're into storytelling and creating storyboards and having everything stay consistent, just put that into YouTube. Mind-blowing stuff. Movie LLM is really interesting. I'm not sure where. Let me just look that up in YouTube. Let's do it that way. All right. So new free generator here. Let me just see what he puts in.
Hey everyone. Today
comments. He had hyper AI here. Oh, here was Hugging Face. Okay. But again, these are things for you to research. So do a Google, or I'll just put this guy's video here for you. All right. This is a really good video on it.
Hey everyone, today I have a brand new, totally free.
All right. And Don, I know you're getting ready to leave real soon. AI editing, this is like, there's Opus Pro. This is Munch. Okay. But this is brand new. I want my team to look at it. But the other one is Opus Pro, which is really good as well. And let's just Google that and get that link for you as well. And this is clip editing for your YouTube channel, opus.pro. All right. The Get Munch one here is same thing. You know, you put in your videos and your clips, and it does something different that I've never seen any of the others do before. You can actually edit in the platform. The other one creates what it creates, and that's it. This actually allows you to create. For image upscaling, what you can now do by taking any image and do an image upscale, you definitely want to get this into your workflow, but watch some videos on Magnifique and Krea. Krea is another platform that does some incredible things with image upscaling, but there's so much more. Again, when you watch the YouTube videos on these latest updates, they're great. There's a lip syncing and translation two ones here that I put for you. They have APIs as well, but basically what happens is they're doing real-time lip syncing, which can be used for live streams. Just keep your eye on them, and they also do different translation. There's another one called Pipio as well. Again, just watch the YouTube videos on these. They're incredible. Music, there's Suno.ai, and there's Udio. Udio is the new one. Just watch videos on it because I tried to get on the wait list. Oh my goodness, this is crazy how good they are. I think Donna left already. But let me just look here and let's put Udio. Let me actually go into my history and search Udio here for you. And let's open that up in Safari, and then we'll wrap up our day here.
Don't want a desk-bound 9-to-5 job? Universal Technical Institute's automotive technology program can teach you how to diagnose, maintain
music generator. Fun.
Let me see if he's actually. Okay, so this is an actual song created by AI. And so let's go to the beginning.
Appears to be a recording of a recording. Now you're seeing a recording of a recording of a recording.
Guess it's time to switch that AI ride. Gotta face the music, can't dwell on the past. Building up the rhythm, gonna make it last. Alex, oh, we had our time. But
I'll show you some other examples in here. All right, let's try this one.
But again, if you guys have any leads on where this leaded, all right, we got to take a listen to this one. Original post by Bojan. As if he already knew what it was. All right, Jimmy Apples, you're always confusing. Let's
data where the details glow.
All right, listen to this hip hop song. This is insane.
There's a force that rises, its strength to show through rows and columns. It weaves its quest.
All with a prompt.
Rhythm stands tall above the rest. XG boost, they call it, with power so vast in the race of machines, it's unsurpassed. Ride the gradient, soaring high. XG boost banner across the sky.
And then there's many of these. Just look up the name that I put there for you on the document. It's called Udio, which could be studio without an ST or audio without the A. I'm a big fan of Suno.ai. I've been using it. I created songs for Traffic Syndicate, for Groove. Let me actually log into it in Safari so you could actually hear a couple of songs that I created with it. Insane. I created a song for Donna's YouTube channel just with a prompt. So let's see, explore, create, log in with your Google account. Okay, so here are some songs that I created. And now I did this with V2, and now they've come out with V3, which is even better. But look at these Traffic Syndicate songs. I don't know which one I liked the best, but let's see. These are songs about the Traffic Syndicate.
We're creators and dreamers, shaping the
Let's try this one. Let's try this one.
We're creators and dreamers, shaping the digital scene, feeding off ideas that ignite like gasoline. In this online world, we're the ones who set the trends. Together we're unstoppable, breaking all fences.
I know it because I love this song.
To the Traffic Syndicate, where success is born and legends are made. With dream chasers, the innovators, join us now and let's fire blaze.
And if you like it, you right click and say continue this song, and you can create a song. Folks, this was created by me simply. I can remix. Let me see if I can find the original one. But basically, it works like this: you basically put in a prompt, and then you tell it in what style that you want it. You go into custom mode like this, and you say in the style of Maroon 5. Give it a title, and you tell it to create the lyrics for you, and it creates the lyrics. And I've created all these different songs. Now for Donna, this is unfortunate. Does it not go back further? Where are my previous ones? Library? Maybe. Okay. Shoot.
In a world that's moving fast.
Oh, these songs are just great. I got to tell you. Maybe it goes backwards this way. Did I lose the ones? Hold on one second. Let me go back a little bit here. I'm looking off screen, but I'm going to go to some songs that I made for Donna in the past. Just take 2 seconds. We talk a lot. Okay, so I think I found them. So here's Donna and I talking about some songs. I'll bring this over. And I told her I made this for you, right? So she has a channel on YouTube where she does art. And let's see if these links are still working.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams. With every brushstroke, I'm living on my scheme. Sketchbooks filled with pages of my soul's reflection. I find solace in art, it's my connection. Come join the journey, let your creativity soar. Donna Fox on YouTube, where inspiration pours. From watercolors to acrylics, she'll show you how to stay in the loop. Follow her now.
Does that like almost friggin' bring tears to your eyes? Like literally, I saw Donna had a YouTube channel where she was, teaching people how to paint. It's her favorite hobby. And so I put in a little prompt about tell people to follow Donna's channel on YouTube. It's about this, and it created this song. So Donna says, "Oh, thank you." And then let's see here. She said, "I like big band. Can you try it that way?" And I said, "All right, let me try a couple for you here like that." And so we were able to create a different version with the same lyrics.
In a world of colors, I paint my...
This is very Elvis Presley, if you ask me. This is like, take my hand. You know that song?
With every brushstroke, I'm living out my scheme. Sketchbooks filled
Now,
with paint.
I could play all of these for you, but this one sounds more like Bing Crosby. Let's do this one.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams. With every brushstroke, I'm living
Maybe
out
not
my
Bing Crosby,
scheme.
but you get it. And so then I gave her a couple more, and then just wanted to see, like, again, just wanted to see what like country pop would be. This would be the last one. I gave her like 10, but I was just having fun that day, and it's just different versions.
In a world full of colors, I paint my dreams with every brushstroke. I'm living out my
You get the
scheme.
point. And that was version 2, and they've just come out with version 3 now. Okay, and the new one that I gave you over here called Udio is 10 times better even than that one. All right, and so I think, is there anything else in the world of AI? There's a few. I'll probably save that for another stream. But there's just been, I take some notes and I put them in a Google Doc, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to show this to to the members when they get on. I always like to show you guys the cool things that are happening in AI. You can spend the rest of your day just literally going in and looking at videos on Hyper, Pika Art, and it allows you to be more creative. This is about taking all of these things and putting them together and telling stories, right? So you put these things together to tell stories, to create a music score for your YouTube channel, or for a video, or take an image and animate it to put it into a VSL, and just do creative things on TikTok and things like that. All right. Or on your YouTube or your Facebook channel, etc. But I think we're going to wrap it up there. I'm seeing a bonus Mike singing. Yeah, Eric will. Well, so you guys like those there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just play with Suno. You'll find out it's very simple to create a song. It's a lot of fun using it, and learn more on that stuff on YouTube. There's for those of you that are a little techie, look into buildship.io. I'll put the URL there for you on that one. What I'd really recommend there on that one is, watch the videos on their YouTube channel. They'll just blow you away. I think today we also spoke about Zapier, Central. You definitely want to look into that. You can even look into their chat bots as well. We spoke about Groove.ai .io. That's just putting some resources for you guys if you want to check them out. So that's going to wrap it up. I don't know how to do the music on the way out. I'm sure I could, but I'm just going to wrap it up right here, folks. I don't see any more questions. We had some fun today. We'll be scheduling some more updates for you coming soon. And I still got to get with Amanda. We've got to do a GPT day for you. And I might want to have a little day exploring some of these things here. But in the meantime, go check them out. Matt VidPro, Matt Wolf they've done a lot of videos on this stuff. A lot of good people out there on YouTube. Let me give you another guy. Subscribe to this dude right here. Just subscribe to him.
Hey,
right
everyone.
now.
Today I have a brand new, totally free AI video.
Theoretically Med. Not sure why he calls himself that. But that's a great channel. And if you go to his channel, you're going to see all of the stuff that he does here really well. He tends to be more on video and audio, and this is where I get all of my information from. There's another guy that you want to follow. So I'll just put his link there. Why not, right? So follow him. Let's just put them up at the top. Did I not do that? Let's just add here. And there's another dude. His name is AI Filmmaker. Is it Luke? No, but I've watched this guy before. Let's see. Is it him? No. Yeah, this guy right here. Curious Refuge. He's got a really cool channel. If you're into anything with AI filmmaking, he's making this his channel, and it's really worth watching. All right, so enjoy this document. check out the apps and check out the YouTube videos on it. I'm going to hit the end live stream button here, folks. I think we actually went 3.5 hours today when I thought it would be 2 hours. And so I call that a big success for you guys. All right. And I swear to you, every time I get on, I say, wow, we got 2 hours. I don't know if I can go more than a half hour today in terms of what I think it's going to take to cover all this stuff. But you guys had some good questions for us and help. Take care, everybody. We'll be in touch. And yeah, I really want to start engaging more with live streams and just cool updates, talking about industry news and tech, right? Not everything always has to be related to Groove. I would really like to just talk to you about workflows and other applications that we're using in our company, along with Groove and stuff. So stay tuned. Take care, everybody. Famps357, Todd, Facebook user, James Harkin for all the questions, Judy Jones, Eric Wheeler, and all of you, all the rest. Take care, everybody. We'll be in touch. Have a good one.